Mountain Men's Clinic, we're ED experts with our focus on men's sexual health. We've treated tens of thousands of men and have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. I promise you, if you're like most guys, you can get your sex life back, perhaps even performing like you haven't in years. So if ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to better sex, better intimacy, and deeper love. Call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Mild and breezy for your Tuesday. Temperatures today reaching into the low 70s, so above average, plenty of sunshine, and a little gusty at times. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Is AI coming for your job? This week on Red Pilled America, we take a deep dive into artificial intelligence and what it could mean for the future of human work. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station and iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The head of the National Counterterrorism Center, Joe Kent, is stepping down, saying President Trump has been deceived by Israeli officials and those he says are influential members of the media. He also says there was no imminent threat to the United States ahead of the strikes on Iran. Here's ABC's Louis Martinez.
This is a senior U.S. counterterrorism official, a top intelligence official in the administration, and he has been a very strong supporter of President Trump for quite some time. He's former Green Beret, former CIA. His wife actually was killed in a terror attack in Manbij, Syria, 8 years ago. And so he heads the organization that would determine whether there is a terrorist threat to the United States.
Gallup asking Americans if they're satisfied or dissatisfied with the position of the U.S. on the world stage. 80% of Republicans say yes. 7% of Democrats agree. A new analysis finds a record 111 million Americans cannot afford to pay their credit card bills every month. This is ABC News. Beef prices were already high, and now they could go even higher, not because of tariffs or oil, however. This time it's because of a big strike at a Colorado meatpacking facility. Here's ABC's Jim Ryan.
JBS Beef in Greeley, Colorado processes up to 6,000 head of cattle each day, making it one of the largest slaughterhouses in the country. A dispute over pay and working conditions has brought the production line to a standstill, but industry analysts say the short-term impact on consumers is likely to be minimal. But if the strike drags on, the law of supply and demand is likely to take hold, driving up meat prices already sitting near record highs. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Hundreds of flights still canceled or delayed as the airlines try to get a hold on all of the travel-related problems that began on Monday. Reuters claims it's identified the street artist known as Banksy, identifying him as Robin Gunningham, a Brit in his 50s, even though the artist's company refuses to confirm or deny it. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
You pledged your life.
Or do you want to talk to your boy and see if you got...
Yo, baby.
Yo, baby. What's shaking, bacon?
What's going on, brother, man? I'm doing good.
Who's too low? You are too low, Mark. Hold on. Keep it going.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. You got your camera up or not? Let's see. No, he doesn't.
Poor guy.
It's okay if he doesn't want.
Sure.
Am I still low?
Yes.
Mark.
Hello.
Hello.
Testing.
Whatever you were doing yesterday was rocking.
But nothing changed, Tom.
Nope. He sounded great yesterday.
Yep, he did.
How's that?
Nope.
You know, I'm convinced that we're all slaves to broadband. Whatever it does, it does.
Well, yeah, that's how I get porn. What are you talking about?
How about that?
Nope. Low, what? Nothing has changed. What are you doing?
Well, I think I'm changing shit, but apparently I'm not.
You are not changing shit?
You're not changing shit, my friend. My friend. I got Paul the Waterman with me today, brothers.
You're all wet.
Yeah.
I think about Paul a lot. I'd love to have him do something, but I ain't got nowhere to do it.
How's that?
No, it's lower. What are you doing?
Yeah, it is lower, actually.
God.
I better bring Paul the Waterman stuff up here so I have it in front of me.
Wouldn't hurt. Sorry to do this to you. I mean,
Waterman.
2 minutes till the open. 2 minutes.
Paul the Waterman.
Mark, you still going it?
I'm trying.
It's crazy. It hasn't changed a little. I mean, it went down.
How's Axe doing?
Doing good.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just feel free to chime in anytime you got something to say.
Right.
How about now?
Okay.
Nope. Although a little better, but definitely still low.
Let me see my peeps on YouTube here. Where the hell are they? Hello, peeps.
You got Chop and Dollar in the studio today.
Chop and Dollar. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Chop and Dollar.
Hair better, but not enough, dude.
Yeah, you're still pretty low, Mark.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Echo.
1 minute.
I can't get YouTube to start.
Well, I guess I'm rebuilding the world here.
Damn it.
Do?
I didn't get a notice that
Nothing changed.
normally I get like a little alert.
Yeah. Well, let me see if it starts on this.
Wait, we're on YouTube. I got it up and running.
No, Chops is having.
I shall return when I return.
All right, Tom, here you go. Station audio.
John Clay's NMLS ID 271003. CMG Home Loans NMLS ID 1820. Equal Housing Opportunity.
BrothersFlooring.com. Your trusted hardwood flooring experts. Schedule your free estimate at BrothersFlooring.com.
Here's what's happening. The Straits of Hormuz.
It'd be interesting to see what country would help us.
DHS shutdown continues even after last week's terrorist attacks on the homeland.
When joining the conversation becomes difficult, use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Just tap, record, and send, all within the app.
Get out there and be heard.
To Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I am Tom Martino, and what an honor it is to be here doing this show to help you, as I've been doing here in Denver for 45 years and more than 50 years in broadcasting. I'm an old fart, man, and I love doing it, and I thank God I'm alive, and I thank God I have peace with the alternative to being alive. But here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about your problems, questions, and complaints, and we're going to solve them. Now, I noticed there was a follow-up on the call screener. Did he drop off? Help me out here, bros. There was a follow-up, and I'm wondering if that's still a go. Anyway, I got Marc Mager. He's working on his remote. He'll be up shortly. And we have Paul the Waterman in today, talk a bit about water. Listen, I want to say this about water, first and foremost. Honest to God, I mean, I don't think people truly understand how important it is. Because, you know, they're like people who buy organic, for example, there's more benefit to cleaning up your water than buying organic. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy organic. Go ahead and buy organic. But and watch your food and your supplements, your intake and all of that. But for God's sakes, water is a big part of that. And not just the water you drink, but the water you absorb into your skin. Everything about water is important, not to mention our house, what it does for our house. So we'll talk about that coming up with Paul the Waterman, waterpros.net. But really and truly, I think the entire culture is hell-bent on health, and I'm glad. I'm happy about that. But you got to look at everything. Okay, speaking of everything, I have been astounded lately on how many times I'm presented with a payment pad, an iPad or an app or a terminal where there's a place to tip. Now, please let me just say this, okay? This is not me getting on here like a crotchety old bastard saying, I don't believe in tipping. I love tipping where it's appropriate, but I think it's getting out of control. I mean, really and truly. But then people say, well, don't I deserve a tip? I think tipping shouldn't be to supplement income. People should be paid a decent wage, okay? And then tipping should be for those who do extra. It's really something extra. And I don't understand this, but when I go and buy something to go, or I buy something prepackaged, why am I tipping the cashier? Why? And they say, well, it's for our whole staff. They fix all this stuff and they put it together. And I don't want to sound cheap. I love people and I love helping people. I love helping young people. And I don't mind tipping where I'm used to tipping. But nowadays, tipping seems to be a bit ridiculous. I don't know if you have an opinion on that, but apparently people do agree with me. There have been surveys done across the country. And they say that the average, first of all, for restaurants, the average tip is about 19%. Now, I always tip. I have a theory on tipping. I tip at least with a breakfast. They work hard for breakfast. Breakfast is a messy meal, but they don't get paid a lot because they're usually not top dollar. So I have a theory with breakfast. I never tip. I start at $10 and then I do 25% no matter what for breakfast. So I do 25% or I do $10, whatever is more. Now for dinner and all that, I'll tip. I usually tip 20%. If it's extraordinary, I might go more, but 20% to me is comfortable. But then again, I've also seen tickets that say kitchen something. And like for the kitchen help, there's like a 3% or a 2% added on, or some other kind of gratuity is already added on. And then they want to know if you want to do an additional tip. And again, I don't know if that happened because people weren't tipping, or what do you think? What do you think about? I was thinking, what if? Listen to this one. What if the restaurant paid people according just a good wage? All right, just a good wage to keep people on, and we didn't have tipping. What do you think about that? Do you think, or do you like the idea of tipping? In a survey nationally, a lot of people just are tired of tipping. They say that it's not so much conventional tipping they're used to, but it's like tipping for everything. By the way, when I say everything, I'm trying to think of times I was presented with a tip, but there have been times that I'm thinking there's a tip line there, and I wonder, why is there a tip line? But the majority of Americans in a survey said that there is a certain, it was the Wall Street Journal reported what they called a tipping fatigue. They've reached a point of tipping fatigue based on surveys. There's one website called Oxygen Financial, and they say Americans like tipping for jobs well done, but they don't want to be told who should get a tip and who shouldn't. They don't want tips shoved in their face for things where it shouldn't be tipped. So this is what I'm asking you. Where is tipping not appropriate? Okay, normal tipping at a restaurant, I think that's cool. When somebody bends over backwards and makes your experience a really pleasant experience and an outstanding experience, a good server can make or break your dinner. So if you get a good server, you want to tip them, right? But in any case, as far as to go, What about it? Tipping? What about coffee? What about like I've had people actually get a package and hand it to me, like at a UPS store or something. I don't know if it was a UPS store, but I went to pick up a package and they wanted a tip, or I was buying packing supplies. Sometimes with retail, I've actually seen a tip jar where you're just buying normal retail stuff. So Americans have what they call a tipping fatigue. And then they also have how much should we tip. But 2 in 5, listen to this, 2 in 5 Americans believe that tipping should just not be there at all. So anyway, I just had to get it off my chest because I guess I'm getting tired of seeing people wanting a tip for things that normally were not tipped. Now, if we ban tips, of course, people would have to get paid more, but I don't mind paying more for a dinner without a tip. If some people pay tips or pay a tip because it's become unusual to get a great job done. It's almost like if you do a normal job, you deserve a tip because people just aren't used to getting that anymore. 64% of people think businesses are cutting back on what they pay people in order for them to receive tips, and businesses are using it to cut down on what they pay people. It's not for extraordinary service, but it almost just brings them up to a normal wage. In other words, they're not paying them enough and they want the public to supplement them. But it's all a game because it's going to come out somewhere. Okay, if you have cheaper labor and presumably lower prices, then I should take up the slack with a tip. That's what you're saying? Now, a lot of people say they leave tips out of social pressure on these unusual cases where there is a tip line. Honest to God, I'm going to tell you this. Now I remember what it was. I paid for gasoline one time. I swear to you, the guy presented me a terminal and it had a tip line. Or how about when you go to a convenience store, some convenience stores now have a tip line. So you pick up stuff at a convenience store, you bring it up to the guy behind the glass, that little terminal comes out, and when you swipe your card, it asks if you want a tip. I've seen that. Anyway, people say they don't like suggestions either. Have you noticed that new trend where they give you your ticket and then there's a line? 18% or 15, 18, 20, 25. Have you seen that where you don't have to do any math? So they're saying, you're stupid. We're going to do it for you and make it easy for you. I think that the worst part, though, is where they have partial gratuity built in and then want you to make up the rest, like a kitchen gratuity or back of the house gratuity or whatever. 33% of people think tips should be split and not one person should get tips just because they were tipped. In other words, they feel like people should share tips. In any case, I want to know what you think about tipping. There have been people who come to the house, for example, and I'm not talking about any specific company, but there are people that come to do plumbing or HVAC or electrical, whatever. Should they be tipped? Now, these are things I wonder about because I'm seeing it all over on how much you should tip and when you should tip. Now, I'm not cheap, by the way. I'm not. I like tipping where it's appropriate. So your thoughts on that, and of course, your problems, questions, and complaints. I have Paul the Waterman with me, and Paul is with waterpros.net. He's been with me for years and years. Paul, is there basically, I would just want to know something, just water out of the tap real quick, just a real quick answer, then we'll dig into that though. Water out of the tap right now. Are you telling me, and you're not just telling me, I'm reading, that water out of the tap simply is not good for you?
Correct.
I mean, even if you take water out, refrigerate it, put it in your water bottle. I mean, water out of the tap nowadays is not necessary. I'm not saying it's unsafe. It's not going to kill you, but it's certainly going to be a detriment to your overall health.
All you got to do is Google what are the most dangerous pharmaceuticals in my drinking water, and it'll tell you.
Come on.
Right here. Did you know that Prozac is made with the forever chemical? So that means it sticks, it lasts forever. It's designed to pass through the filters of our body.
Micronutrients in our water, though, and I call them nutrients, or the micro elements in our water.
Water's inorganic. You don't absorb minerals out of water.
Okay, so why would I absorb those bad things?
Well, because they're converted to a metabolic. Once your body processes a medication, it's converted to a metabolic. It's in the water supply. The Prozac,
and you're telling me the municipal water supply doesn't take it out?
No, they don't take it out. They can't. It's impossible. Based upon the volume, they just...
So all they do is dilute it.
That's right. Everything's diluted, but we know that diluted doesn't mean it's safe.
See, there's not two ways. There are different ways to purify water. One is simply diluting things, meaning that they give you less parts per million because they add other water to it. Another way is to simply filter, and then another way is chemical. So we'll talk about that. But it's really, really important. 303-713-TALK is our number. Hey, 303 Martino as well, 303-627-8466. If you have a problem, question, or complaint, you can also text me. I already got a text. People, honest to God, we have a texting culture, I'll tell you that. And I like your thoughts on tips as well. I already got a few texts on that as well. So more of that coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255. K-Nation Home Solutions. They have your painting pros as well, and that's khwindows.com.
Yep.
Pickleball is on the rise. 46.8 million players nationwide, with a projected $5 billion industry by 2033. Looking to be part of this exciting growth? Crush Yard offers a unique franchise opportunity, redefining the pickleball experience with indoor court, exceptional dining, craft drinks, and entertainment. This is your chance to invest in a rapidly growing brand shaping the future of leisure. For a limited time, you can own a piece of the action. Visit CrushYardFranchising.com to learn more. Crush Yard. Eat, drink, crush.
Hey, Gravina's Windows, siding and doors, Gravina's on 950 West Evans. They are great people, and they've been around for years, started by the granddad, and now Nick has taken over not only for his grandfather, but for his dad. It's a family affair. They even trademarked the name Gravina, and they have 50 lines of windows. 50. So you're definitely going to find something for you, whether it's your fix and flip, your rental, or your dream home. And they have beautiful siding options, and they have great doors. Gravinas.com, Gravinas.com, or 303-GRAVINA. Hey, you may think, I want to be a landlord, but I don't want the hassle. A lot of people do that. And you can be a landlord without hassle and without the conventional risks if you do it the Vestera way. First of all, Vestera Turnkey does it this way. They help you acquire a single family home in a market around the country that is promising for equity growth, strong rent, and strong economy. They do research. They help you buy the home. They're buying brokers. Then they have management companies that help you manage the home. And they also have all of the other peripherals you need to be a successful landlord. And they even take your phone calls. At the end, you sell in 2 to 3 years for an equity play. If you're interested in making money on real estate and being a landlord, 303-888-3788, mybiggestreturn.com.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. How much time do I have, bro?
3.5.
All right. See if I can make it.
I got to figure out something with my taste.
Well, you can always start peeing before you get there.
I can kind of taste it. I know it's a good one. But it don't taste anything like what it used to me.
Oh, really? I think it tastes pretty good.
Oh, I know. I mean, I know the brand.
Your taste buds.
Yeah, I know the brand. I know the product. I bet you it does taste fantastic to you, but you know, it just.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out there's so few things. Peanut butter still does. For some reason, peanut butter and the needle don't agree. It's like it blocks everything. Some chocolates do. Dark chocolate.
Yeah. Tipping a woman who owns a candy store. Adam's mom.
Yeah.
That's Girl Friday, I think.
I made it. All right, all right, all right.
Oh, so Shannon, I had 5 Michaels supposed to come on today. 5 Michael. Well, sorry. 1 Mike, 1 Michael.
Sure.
It's Mike and Michael, but.
God, that's crazy.
And guess what? All of them have left me a voicemail, or all of them have sent me the voice.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Shannon, did Mark come back on?
Mark, are you there? No, sir, he has not.
Damn. Okay.
Too loud.
Well, yeah.
Who's in the? Who do I have? Chopper and Dollar?
You nailed it.
Yes, sir.
You guys have any follow-ups?
I will when we, yeah.
Here we come.
Don't ask me my
Yes. Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show, 303-713-8255. Paul Dowding from Water Pros. Somebody wants to know, as far as water out of the kitchen sink, what are the requirements? I mean, obviously, municipal water has to do something. It doesn't do nothing. So exactly, first of all, I'm going to ask a stupid question. Is water we have a water cycle on Earth. In other words, water's not created new. Water just gets recycled over and over and over and over, right? I mean, isn't that that's the way
water's basically reusable if you think of it that way.
I mean, reusable in that rain, clouds, into the ground, back to us. I mean, right? But so water in and of itself has become contaminated over the years due to chemicals and all of that. And I wanted to educate people on this because it's really important. Real quick, you can just filter water. Water filtering, visualize it. Water goes through a filter and things get filtered, but there's only so much a filter can do. But if you would put down filtering as one of the main things, the next thing would be chemical treatment. And that's like chlorine, right? Chemicals, Paul, like chlorine, right?
Chlorine and chloramine is a disinfectant, right?
Okay, but it's a chemical. So you have filtering, you have chemicals. What else do you have? What other kind of water purification? Dilution?
Well, dilution is common because where they put the water back in the reservoir, they take it right back out.
Right,
So
I get it.
diluted.
It's
Yeah.
diluted. So filtering, dilution, and chemicals. What else? That's all there is, really.
Well, there is. There's some municipalities that run it through a sand filter. There's some municipalities that use a reverse osmosis unit, and some do, not all. So it all depends. You have to get involved and see what your local municipality is doing to how they treat the water before it comes to your home.
And you have two ways of so basically you filter water for drinking. And I say filter, okay? We condition or whatever. We treat water. Let's put it that way. We treat water for drinking, and then we treat water for regular use. You don't want to use the best water for everything. I mean, it would be cost prohibitive, right? Reverse osmosis is the best for drinking water.
Correct.
Okay. And then if you put reverse osmosis through your whole house, wouldn't it be kind of expensive and a waste? You don't really need to do that.
I wouldn't call it a waste. Not with everything.
No, it's not. I mean, technically, if you had the money, it would be wonderful. If everyone could have reverse osmosis for the whole house, wow.
Well, I think everybody should think of it in three ways. One, point of use, like you have the reverse osmosis
for drinking, right?
For drinking water. You support everything with the water softener, but my research and what I can share with you later on today is that there's actually EPA unregulated viruses in the water supply. I think we should think about a whole household pilot line.
Googled, not Googled, but asked AI, and you ought to do this. You'll be shocked. What are the most dangerous pharmaceuticals in my drinking water? And I swear to God, it came up with hormones and contraceptives, anti something or other, and antibiotics as well, mood stabilizers, antidepressants. So the theory behind municipal water is just they classify these they take these contaminants and they either filter the ones they can filter, they treat the ones they can treat, and like chlorine, for example, kills bacteria and germs and all of that, right?
Correct.
And then they dilute the rest, and then you have something presented to you at the tap, but it's not ideal.
So actually, chlorine. I learned this. Chlorine doesn't kill. Chlorine neutralizes the bacteria and virus so they don't breed. It sterilizes them.
Okay. So bottled water. Somebody wanted to know, what about just drinking bottled water?
So bottled water industry is being attacked because of the microplastics. So there was a big story that came out a couple of years ago exposing bottled water industry to allowing their filtering process.
And there's definitely plastics in them.
Right. You can go to YouTube and type in microplastics in bottled water and you'll see the videos.
So our water, even out of the tap, most water contains a pharmaceutical of some kind and plastics and forever chemicals.
Absolutely correct.
Those are the three.
Those are
that's everything.
That's everything.
And plastics have been traced to some of the cancers now they're finding.
Well, exactly. Colon cancer. Not only that, but did you know that strokes are increasing in young adults because we have plastics that penetrated the brain? Microplastics. If they go to the website EPA, they look up National Primary Drinking Water Regulations.
This is the government. This is the government. I mean, this is not like made up crap here.
Right. They can all find this information for themselves. It's out there.
I really am shocked, by the way, by it because it's like I don't know. We're under the impression things are safe when they're not safe.
Well, and they're now safe standards to the EPA standards. Those are, that's a, contradiction in my personal opinion. The fact that the EPA allows a laundry list of unregulated contaminants.
There's nothing they can do about it. So I just in the mail, honest to God, the other day, do you know what Denver Water did?
Sent you a
filter,
right? Because of the lead in the water lines. See, that's
oh God Almighty,
right, Tommy. They can't do anything about it, but what they should do is be honest to let people know that it's in the water.
So we have filtering, dilution, and chemicals. Otherwise, we're screwed. And we have to find a way, even from the tap, to do that. Let's go to Michael. By the way, he has a truck transmission issue. Hey, Michael, thanks. 303-713 is our number, or 303-Martino, 303-627-8466. Michael, what's going on, bro? What's happening?
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. What can we do to help you?
Well, kind of had a transmission issue.
Okay. So what kind of vehicle do you have?
It's a Dodge Ram diesel pickup.
Dodge Ram. What year?
It's a 2014.
Okay. And how is it doing? What's going on with it?
Well, it's still sitting in my driveway, unfortunately.
Okay, why? What's going on with it? In other words, did it break down, or is it just not? Why isn't it drivable?
Well, transmission went out of it, and I paid a gentleman $3,500 to fix it, and he painted it and gave me my transmission back.
Oh, is it someone we know? Like, who is it? Tell me, who?
Am I allowed to say his name on the radio?
You sure are. Yeah, you paid somebody. How much? $3,500.
Well, yeah. By the time I put new fluid in it, yeah, about $3,500.
And he said he rebuilt it, and you think all he did was paint it.
Well, I know that's what he did. So you have to use a computer to reprogram it after you have it fixed. And
where'd you take it? Where'd you take it?
Well, it's called Mountain View Transmission. The guy's name is Jeffrey Joliffe.
Jeffrey what?
Joliffe, I believe is how it's pronounced.
How do you spell that?
Okay.
How do you spell that? I want to warn people.
Tom, it's Jeff Jolliffe.
Joliffe.
Wait. But Dollar, are you saying it's Jeff Jolliffe?
Yeah, I think that Mountain, whatever it was, Mountain High Transmission, I think is Jeff's new shop.
Is the name of it? Was it Mountain High, Michael?
Well, it was Mountain View Transmission when I did business with them.
Did you get a look at the guy? Is he a big, heavy-set guy with a goatee?
Yep.
Oh my God, this man should be put in jail. I swear to God, he is the worst. He changed his name. Did you find him on Facebook?
I did.
Oh my God, Facebook Marketplace, right?
Yes, sir. And that's the kicker. I called because at that time he was in Windsor. I actually called the Windsor Police Department, and they said they had 14 reports against him, and they weren't going to do anything to prosecute him.
You know what? Why aren't why can people steal like that, get away with it? Jeff Jolliffe, what name did he give you? What last name did he give you?
Well, that was his name then. He didn't hide his last name from me, but
did he use the name Jolliffe?
Honest with you, I don't know that he ever said. We didn't really talk about it.
Okay, got it. Didn't you think about getting him checked out at all?
Well, that was the thing is when I checked him out, his reviews were decent until a week after I gave the deposit on my transmission, and then they were horrible.
Oh God! So you paid him $3,500, and your truck is exactly the same as it was.
Yep, it is.
We need stronger frickin' laws. I am so tired of people in politics argue about so much inane crap. We should have politicians that actually want to help people and not just argue about immigration and all this other stuff. We should get to the bottom of consumer crime. It's ripping through this country and people don't give a damn about it. I am so pissed off. This Jeff Jolliffe is the worst. He is the worst. Hold on. We have more coming up. We got to do something about this, by the way. We got to. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. You want to talk about great companies. I love talking about great companies too. And One Clear Choice Doors is one of them. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. You make that your company and you'll have a wonderful experience, whether it be the opener or the door itself. They can inspect or they can do repairs, maintenance, upkeep, replacement of doors, replacement of openers, 24/7 service, 720-370-3987, OneClearChoiceDoors.com.
Yep.
This is Denver's talk station with Tom Martino.
Oh my God,
Dan
I can't believe
today
it.
At 4,
I can't believe it.
KHOW, Denver.
And we need to go on Facebook Marketplace where he is and let people know
We're still
about
in
it.
good shape out here.
We got
problems of.
It's torch and pitchfork time.
25 South.
This guy is he's too much.
It's mainly construction that may hold you up in a few areas. Santa Fe, southbound at Mississippi. Looks like Parker Road down near E470. Periodic backups through the area. And also the Yale closure
Oh, man,
at
I'm so
I-25.
sick and tired of that guy.
intersection. About a month-long water project in there, and that is restricting southbound
I
in
wanna
Colorado in the
have
right
reference.
lane through the intersection.
Unless you need it.
With traffic,
No,
I'm
go
Jonathan
ahead.
Steele.
This report is sponsored by
I wanted that other thing, too, you had.
Hi, I'm Kyle at
Oh,
Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my garage over 15 years ago to make custom blinds easy and affordable for everyone. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, if you made a stupid mistake and you need help right now, or you were falsely accused, or there's somewhere in between, look, I'm not going to sit in judgment. I'm just going to tell you, LazaraLegal.com, Joseph A. Lazara, here's what he'll do. He'll talk to you up front, give him a call. And then if you decide to, and that's free of charge, if you decide to hire him, he'll give you a flat rate on your particular case from beginning to end. It's that easy. No surprises, no nickel and diming. You just call him, get free advice, and then if you hire him, a flat rate. Lazara, L-A-Z-Z-A-R-A, LazaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200, 429-6200.
Thank you.
But at the same time, you have more and more people.
Can you guys believe? Can you believe it?
Hover over his place, man. Get the Hoppy-Do out there and hover. Paul, can you do anything to Jeff's water?
Just ask him to drink more of it.
Yeah, or reverse osmosis with actual turds.
Oh, God.
Yep.
We all need to get on Facebook Marketplace and let people know about them. Is there a place to do that?
Well, are you finding him now on there?
No, what I mean, is there a way to go on and give a review on people? Jeff Jolliffe, holy shit. What are the chances that so many people get ripped off? Okay, I got to get on Facebook and do something about this. I just have to figure out how to sign on. Oh, there it is. Now, how do you get to Marketplace from here? I don't know anything about Facebook. So, oh, there it is, Marketplace, got it. So now I'm on Marketplace. How do I find him?
Do you have a company name? What did the guy say? Mountain what?
Mountain View.
So what do there's no search within this Marketplace.
Oh my God, there is. Yeah.
Within Marketplace itself?
Oh gosh, yeah.
I don't see it. I just see like panels of things for sale and stuff.
Yeah, there's a search.
Yeah, but that's for the whole universe.
No, I think that's
No, that's
Marketplace.
for Marketplace.
Okay, Jeff.
There should be a guy there, a guy, and then a.
He'd be crazy to use his name anyway after. I mean, he probably. Let me just do Jolliffe and see what comes up. Yes, he's there.
Oh my God, that was a wild ride, Mr. Toad.
How do I now? But how do I post about him?
Now, what do you see? Oh, because you can review the sellers.
Look at this son of a bitch. I'm putting his picture up, you
How
lousy
many
piece of
reviews does he
crap.
have? Because like I'm looking at a Pelican case here, and this person has 7 5-star reviews. Does he have any reviews as a seller?
I have no idea.
All right, we're proud of you for trying.
Jeffrey, you son of a bitch.
Shannon, does this sound all right?
Nope, too low.
Yeah, well, no, it sounds good. Okay.
No, Tom,
No, it doesn't.
stop.
All right, I thought it
Jesus,
did.
Tom.
I'm sorry, Mark. I thought it sounded
Well,
good.
you have your headphones turned up to sonically
How's that?
crippling. Keep going.
I'm just going to have to literally tear everything apart.
But why it was working yesterday? I don't
Well,
understand.
fuck, I know. I fucking know.
Do you say no?
Okay, I'm going to really start
And
kicking
Mark,
some ass
you
here.
sound good, but I don't have enough headroom on the board to
Yeah, I know.
bring you
I got to
up.
go back to a different adapter. This
All right.
motherfucker.
All right.
Shannon, look what I made.
Huh.
Ooh,
Nice. Golly.
All right. I'm so. Okay, I got this son of a bitch. You son of a bitch
And you should be able
bastard.
to scroll down on one of his posts and see a seller review.
Oh, God almighty.
I can give you a police contact that's investigating.
I mean, this guy's got to be this. We got to give this consumer the number. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, and I am just pissed off. I'm pissed off at Colorado. You know, they had their heads up their ass. Our lawmakers don't care. You know what? They argue about such stupid stuff. Okay, argue about that stupid stuff. But there's no one actually getting involved in protecting us as consumers. Civil crime, civil theft, it just goes unchecked in this state. I swear to God, you know what? Let me tell you what Florida does for people. Do you know that there are people that they prosecute people who take money up front and don't do anything when you do business in Florida? Do you know what they actually did under the watchful eye of DeSantis and the lawmakers? They made it felony theft. They charged them with a crime when you take money from people and you don't do jobs. It's a felony, okay? Then if you get 3 felonies, guess what? I swear to God, life. Now, I'll tell you what. Jeff Jolliffe would think twice, wouldn't he? If he was faced with doing this 3 times, life in prison. Now, you might think that's overkill. It's not. Do you know how many people he hurts? Do you know how many people he has ripped off? I'm putting his picture up on the YouTube feed. And here's what I want people to do. Distribute that picture. Go on Facebook Marketplace and let everyone know about Jeff Jolliffe. I swear to God, you know, we do have reach with this show, but we still get victims. I don't think we've ever had this many about one damn mechanic. I'm just pissed off. And I'm going to put them on the YouTube feed. And I want you people to take a screenshot or download it or do whatever and spread it around. Jeff Jolliffe is a crook. He is a crook. God, I'm so sick and tired of him. Michael, let me ask you something, okay? So you paid him $3,500. You found him on Facebook Marketplace. And what did he say he was going to do? Oh, by the way, let me tell you what his normal MO is, okay? No, his normal modus operandi is to take a vehicle and to not do anything and to get paid up front. And then when you complain, Michael, he says, bring it in under warranty. And what happens, Dimitri, when you take it in under warranty?
Well, I've been told
in about 4 or 5 cases we've had.
Yeah, I've been told a number of times the vehicle gets mysteriously stolen from his shop.
Exactly. Michael, I'm telling you, he will never fix it. You're never going to get warranty work. You can kiss that money goodbye. Now, what did he say? Tell me how he operates. And do you have a phone number for him? I want to blow up that number. Do you have a phone number for him?
I do. Well, the one I had, it's 720-205-9797.
Hold on. 720. Keep 205
9797.
9797.
Wait, what are the last 4?
It's 9797.
Really?
So it's 720-205-9797. What a lying, cheating scumbag ripoff. Hey, ask him if he wants to come on the air. Tell him I'll give him a free. There's something almost psychopathic. I mean, what do I want to use? What word? Sociopath. Sorry. Thank you. I swear to God, this guy is a sociopath. I think he gets off on ripping people off. Michael, I want you to leave your information. Dimitri happens to have a police officer that is actually investigating him.
Yeah.
Look at, here's another problem. Do you know when it crosses jurisdiction, not any one DA wants to pick it up because they say, well, I only have a couple crimes here and they're spread all over the metro area. Do you know there is not a mechanism in place where district attorneys can get together and indict people? So if you time it right and do just a little ripping off in one jurisdiction, then go to another jurisdiction and then another jurisdiction and yet another jurisdiction, and then start over at the first one, it is likely that the district attorney and local authorities will do nothing. I am telling you right now, this is the way it is right now. I swear to God, in Colorado, you can simply rip people off. Here's what you do. You advertise on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or anywhere else, okay? Then you take money up front and do nothing. That's what you do, okay? When you do nothing, they will do nothing to you. You'll accumulate a lot of money. And then what you do is do a few in Denver, then move to another jurisdiction. Each county has its own district attorney. And if they see multiple cases or police see multiple cases in other jurisdictions, they won't do anything. And you have a career. So teach your kids. Teach your kids. All they have to do is take money up front and do nothing. And they can make money. Jolliffe makes thousands of dollars doing nothing. Now, Michael, what did you tell him it wasn't working?
Well, no, he hasn't answered my calls.
Does he answer when you call, I got to take a break. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
I want to know what happens when you dial that number.
Yeah, we're still in good shape out here. Really no problems. Volume very light. Some slight slowing I-25 south coming into downtown. It's mainly construction that may hold up in a few areas. Santa Fe, southbound at Mississippi.
At least 2 years.
Looks like Parker Road down near E470. Periodic backups through the area. And also the Yale closure at I-25, just west of the intersection. About a month-long water project in there, and that is restricting southbound Colorado in the right lane through the intersection. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my garage over 15 years ago to make custom blinds easy and affordable for everyone. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
I'm going to talk about real estate right now. First, I want to tell you about a real estate attorney. You know, this state isn't big on having attorneys at closings, but you should have an attorney review your documents, especially if you're buying it with someone as a partnership, or you may have owner financing. You might be selling a property. You might be a landlord and you're dealing with the new laws regarding tenants. You need to protect yourself. And that's what O'Brien Legal Services can help you. If you are into real estate in any way, shape, or form, you need to consult O'Brien Legal Services. That's Brad O'Brien and his team. That's OLSlaw.com for O'Brien Legal Services. 720-370-7388. And speaking of real estate, maybe you want to be a landlord. What you can do is call Vestera Turnkey. And what they do is help you become a landlord. They have researched the country to find promising markets where they help you acquire a single family home. You own it. They're just helping you. They make a commission when you buy, right? Then they have a management company that they deal with, depending on the market, to help you rent it out and take care of everyday business. Vestera helps you every step of the way. When it comes time to sell, you make a profit. It's that easy. MyBiggestReturn.com.
Thank you. Very nice.
This Jeff Jolliffe son of a bitch bastard.
I also got an update from a court case against them a couple of weeks ago.
Good. You know what's funny is my partner in Martino Capital, his last name is Jolliffe.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, mine blinked, so Shannon must have.
Tom, I have another number for Mountain View, and they did answer as Mountain View.
Really? Who answered?
It was just a recording.
What's the name? What's the number?
720?
Yeah.
333-9548. And I have one other thing that I'm going to do. The chief of one of the little cities right up there, I know real well. He was one of my flying students. I'm going to call him and see if he can, do anything with the Johnstown chief.
That would be great. We need to put pressure on this son of a bitch.
Is that Chopper that's saying that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I also have. So there's a detective I know in Windsor that's investigating him.
Oh, good.
And Johnstown Police is also investigating him. And I got that information from a spokesman.
Michael needs to call them.
Well, also Chopper's sheriff friend should call them too to see if they can coordinate their efforts and kind of.
He's the chief of Severance right next to him.
Oh, fantastic! They can pool their victims and maybe make a RICO case or a COPA case out of it.
This is ridiculous, people. I am so pissed off. I want to spit.
We could all go up there and have Rocky Mountain oysters, according to Dollar.
Oh, yeah.
What does he know?
There's a place there that specializes in that. I've done remotes there.
Oh, really?
They're sterile, Dietary.
No fooling.
Yes. With Willie B. Of course, he'd be doing.
What's Willie B doing now?
He just got off the air, and he's probably doing his hot wife or similar.
He's a great guy.
Oh, a saint.
I love him.
It's unbelievable how good a person he is.
Yeah, I know.
Especially compared to us.
I know.
He used to come in and talk to Stefan and April and try to explain cars for Christmas. And they're like, okay, who gives you the cars? And he's like, I buy them. I buy them with my money. What do you mean you buy them with your money? Well, who fixes them up? I fix them. I fix them all up and then give them away. They're like, what? What planet are you from? How are you so nice?
Anything.
You're low and overmodulated.
I wish I knew what all those terms mean.
Okay, I'm going to put this son of a bitch up on my YouTube feed, and I want everyone. Oh, God. His number is. Now, did you call the other number, Chopper?
No, I just called the.
Call the other one.
333.
Call 720-205-9797.
I wonder if his place is in a floodplain, Paul.
720. 502 9797.
No. It's 720-205-9797.
Copy. That's pilot talk.
I know.
No joy.
No joy, right? I have joy.
No,
how is she?
Callie Hodel.
Nice. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. All right. Michael, you need to put in a complaint with the Windsor Police Department. And what other police department, Chopper, did you say? Or what did you say, D?
Tom, I looked into this matter once again just a few months ago, and I had a long conversation with the spokesman for the town of Windsor about Jeffrey Jolliffe. What came as a real surprise to me is when I called this guy, even though he's not in law enforcement, he already recognized the name Jeffrey Jolliffe. Apparently, I'm not the first one to inquire, and they had some meetings about him. He told me that there are two open police investigations into him, one in Johnstown and one in Windsor. And
does Johnstown have a separate police department?
Well, yeah, they're all different jurisdictions. They're all in their own towns. And so he did give me the name and phone number of the detective in Windsor who's investigating Jolliffe.
We'll give that to Michael.
I'll be happy to give it to Michael. Michael, you got something to write with?
Do you want to do it over there?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Because...
Okay, go ahead. That's good. You're right.
So the detective's name is Cameron Espinosa. And his phone number, I'll give you his phone number twice. It's 970-674-6420. So that number again is 970-674-6420. And I would call...
That's a detective investigating.
That's a detective in Windsor. I don't have a contact in Johnstown Police. They never returned any of my phone calls about this guy. But I also have an update on a recent court case from a couple of weeks ago, which I'll give you right after on the other side of this music.
Thank you. Now, people, you got to let people know this. Look at this is the only law enforcement when it comes to consumer stuff. It's the only one. Okay, you have these damn TV reporters that think they're helping people. They're not exposing liars, cheats, and ripoffs. Let's do it.
All right. We almost have Mark back from the dead.
And I want to have Michael back. Keep him up for a minute.
Michael back.
You got it.
I just want to make sure. God damn it. This son of a bitch. I'm putting his picture up on YouTube. And I promise you it's going to be.
Does that change it?
It sounds great now.
Yeah, but I'm talking just the quality.
What did you do, bro? It sounds great. Yes, it does.
I went back to my other piece of fucking shit.
What? Why? I don't understand. Yesterday it was great, Shannon.
I know.
In fact, he sounded better than he's ever had.
A little better than you sound.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, shut up.
Did you go over to his place and fuck with his stuff so he wouldn't sound better than you?
Hey.
Don't put it past him.
Says it can't take this.
I heard that.
I'll show that Major.
Well, I'm trying the other one again.
Well, you sound great now, so it was good to have you.
Tom, the
Tom, remember, he used to be able to
9797
send
won't
Sister
answer.
Lori somewhere, and she just
It rings and rings.
No, it says it can't take your call right now.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Tom, we're going to get Joe Lazaro on again around noon for that DUI push again.
Okay.
Joe, thank you.
Yeah, Joe's out there fishing for business.
I wouldn't think a good attorney like him would have to.
No, but
yeah.
That's why we advertise it so much, because
Of course, criminal attorneys don't make the big bucks like civil liability guys do when they,
yeah.
Strong arm got me.
But you got to keep your name out there, because when you're in the slammer, trying to think, what attorney do I call to get out of here?
Trump should say, you don't send a couple of ships down there, we ain't helping you. Well, that's the French.
Where are we at now?
Too hot.
How about that?
No, muffled.
We saved those bastards' ass twice.
What bastards?
Oh, the World War I and II.
The French?
French and British.
I think.
Of course, the French would send their De Gaulle aircraft carrier over. Probably get it sunk.
Can you believe how pissed? I swear to God, I've never seen a crook, and he just gets away with it and gets away with it.
But Tom, look at all the foolish people that don't check. I mean, they're feeding this guy.
How many people end up getting AIDS nowadays? It's still a lot. You'd think that, hey, you haven't heard about that?
No, that's not still a thing, is it?
Oh my gosh, the numbers are up.
God.
So I'm saying that to not know that somebody's a crook when they come across, is he charming? I don't get that part of it, or is he convenient?
I'm wondering if I should use. I wonder if I should use DoorDash again since they fucked me the other day.
Huh? See, their chopper. There you go. Some people don't learn. They keep going, but they get punched in the face, and they're like, well, maybe this time they'll punch me in the gut, not the face. And here goes Tom with the DoorDash again.
Well, maybe they'll leave it on the stairs this time.
You know, what's funny is they take a picture of a box on the ground with no context whatsoever. It could have been any neighborhood in America, and they leave it there and call it me. Did you hear that, what they did to me? They just left a pizza box on the ground. No door, nothing, nowhere. That was proof of delivery. Just put it on the floor. And then she had the nerve to say, it's not my fault. It's where GPS told me it was.
Right.
You piece of shit.
The ninth.
Well, today's a big arch day. Did you hear me, Dimitri? Big arch day today. Okay.
Oh, they're ordering burgers, McDonald's.
Hey,
I want corned beef and cabbage.
You gotta get Reuben's.
Big arch for sure, man. Two of them. One for me, one for my man over here, and then
right,
one without
I'm gonna go
buns.
How about Crown Burger?
Yeah.
Get a Reuben. Ooh,
they used to be good.
Yeah.
No sauce, no ketchup.
Right across the street from my kid's school, we ate there a lot.
Okay.
That's one way around it.
No. I'm going to do it if I can do it. No,
Arby's
hold on.
actually has a good
No,
Reuben.
nothing. You don't want cheese? Okay. No salt.
No ketchup.
Okay. How about lettuce and pickles? Okay. So, no onions or onions? Everything else.
Except no sauce.
Got it?
Ketchup. No bun.
Okay.
Do you travel with your own condiments, D?
Well, I don't see where you can get no bun. But you said there was an option, right?
It's called naked.
Not on this one. Everyone's hearing our lunch.
Take it off. Hey, we got Slim.
Big arch with no sauce. Okay. But you want it like it comes. Trust me, you do.
Do I have a great update on Chihuahuas?
Okay.
Just bring two beef.
Do you want to add bacon? Yeah. Okay, good.
So nice. Thanks for looking out for me.
Okay, I'm going to add that. It's a $15 burger, babe. I don't give a shit. I want to help. I mean, I want to do it. I didn't say that because I wanted you to feel guilty.
It's their premium burger. Get it.
Here we go.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. How are you doing? I am here with Paul the Waterman. We're going to talk to in a minute here, but I just want to give everybody the heads up. Okay. You know, Jeff Jolliffe is a guy that I think we've been tracking for 2 years, maybe 3. Over the years, we were getting a few complaints, and it was about people paying for a transmission rebuild, and they say nothing was ever done. One even had it checked out. Nothing was ever done. And people would start complaining. They paid $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 and got nothing. I think at that time he was over on Santa Fe. But in any case, then we started getting complaints that when they took it back there under warranty, at least 3 different times, the vehicle was mysteriously stolen. And I said, isn't that weird? The guy rips you off. He takes your money up front. He does nothing. Then the vehicle is stolen. And I said, oh, my God, how can that happen so many times? And then we figured out that's this guy's scam. And after exposing him and putting him on sleazbrigade.com, which is a site I originated many years ago, and I really need to update that. But anyway, he's on sleazebrigade.com. So a lot of people were finding out about him. So he moved. He left there and he goes up to I think he lives up there, up north somewhere.
He lives in Loveland.
Okay, go ahead.
Tom, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he moves up there, and we start getting complaints now from people who went to Jolliffe, but instead of going to a shop, they found him on Facebook Marketplace. And so people started doing the same thing, like Michael. Michael, you contact him and tell me what his game is, because what he does now is just takes money and does nothing. And we're sick and tired of it. Michael, what did he tell you would get for $3,500?
Well, the 68 RP transmission, which is really expensive, and that's the thing. That's why I went there, because it was cheaper than everywhere else. That should have told me something. But
was he going to rebuild? Was he going to rebuild the transmission you had, or was he going to? Was it remove and replace?
Well, he said he had one in stock, but I had to bring in my core in.
Okay.
But I couldn't get the core charge. He wouldn't give me the core charge back until my tranny was checked out. So
okay,
he
gotcha.
had his kid help him, because I went over to drop my transmission off at his house.
Wait a minute.
So
You said his kid. So. Does he have his somebody working with him?
Well, his son's the one that came out, because I had to drop off money when I dropped off my transmission. He had his son come out, and his son was telling me that he said that, yeah, there was a bunch of people that said that they were ripping, his dad was ripping people off, but it wasn't them. It wasn't true.
Wait, so he actually told you that it's not true. The son was sticking up for the dad. Well, of course he would. But yep. Jeff Jolliffe is a lying pig. And I, by the way, I'm putting his picture up right now on my YouTube feed, and I want everyone to see it. And I want people, just let them know we got 2 numbers right now. I want to explode those numbers. And yeah, I'm taking matters into my own hands, because I believe this man must be exposed. Every time whenever we don't do it and we relax, we get more victims. 2 numbers I know of: 720-205-9797. That's 720-205-9797. The other number, which answers, that one number rings. We don't know where it goes, but it's his number. That's the one you gave us, Michael. The other number is 720-333-9548. 720-333-9548. So I don't know if he's teaching his kid how to rip people off, or if his kid is snowballed as well. I don't know. I'm not going to diss his kid. I don't know him. But in any case, Michael, about how old was his son?
I would say probably like 14, 15 years old. Maybe.
Oh, no, that's too bad. Okay, so you gave him $3,500. And then did he give you the transmission back, or did you have your whole truck with him?
Oh, no, I just took the transmission into him, thank goodness. He did give me my transmission back. I picked it up in Windsor.
Yeah, but he gave you what was supposed to be a rebuilt transmission, right?
Correct.
And you put it in your truck, and what? It doesn't work?
No, it does the same thing that the other one did. It works, as long as I don't go over 30 miles an hour, I'm fine.
Okay. So when once you discovered it didn't work, did you call him back?
I tried.
See,
I couldn't even get him to give me the paperwork.
That's the same thing. The guy. Now, what makes you say all he did was paint it? What makes you say that?
Because it does exactly what it was doing before.
Yeah.
You can't see inside the transmission, obviously.
Yeah. The guy. No. I believe me. If it's like all the other cases we've observed, you got nothing. You got nothing. I mean, the guy is just. I don't know what his game is, but he's got to be put out of business. He has got to be out of business. He is hurting too many people. This is just too much. Jeff Jolliffe.
It's hard for people to come up. That's a lot of money. It took me a long time to save that money up, and I'm still got a broken vehicle, so it's
no, it sucks. And so I hope you went on to Facebook Marketplace and warned people about him.
I tried. I tried to get a hold of somebody at Facebook too, and I couldn't ever get a hold of a person there. I can't believe you still can get an account there.
Neither can I. But you know what? We have to flag his account. I don't know much about Facebook, so I don't know what to do. To be honest with you, I don't know what to do. But I'm sure there's someone who's going to tell us how we can flag this bastard. Now, I want to make something clear. The last name Jolliffe is, when I looked at Facebook, there are a lot of Jolliffes, so I don't want to diss all of them. We're only talking about Jeffrey Jolliffe, an auto mechanic who's a liar and a cheater and a ripoff and a scumbag. Jeffrey Jolliffe, Jolliffe, Jeffrey Jolliffe. I have a confession to make. This is crazy. No relation whatsoever, but my partner at Martino Capital, Patrick Jolliffe. So one time we have a meeting set up, and the guy says, "Tom, what are you doing with Jolliffe?" And I said, "Yeah, it's not the same Jolliffe." Anyway, I have to say that because people more than one time have said that. "Tom, you're talking about this guy Jolliffe." Anyway, no, my partner Patrick is wonderful. Anyway, so let's get back to some serious business. He does have to be stopped. So Dimitri has been in communication with a police officer who said he's investigating the matter. What's going on, Dimitri?
Well, this update is about is actually with a landlord that evicted him a few weeks ago.
Oh.
And the interesting thing that the landlord told me in our conversation just a few minutes ago is Jolliffe abandoned the unit up there, and there are a whole bunch of transmissions in it. And the landlord needs to clean out the rental space. So he's about to start scrapping all of these transmissions. So if we have any listeners who dropped off a transmission or bought one and it's missing, if somebody feels their transmission is in there, they should call us in so that we can collect their name and phone number, and I'll forward that to the landlord so that he can return the transmission.
So if any of you have dropped off a transmission, and maybe since you have access to Facebook Marketplace, Michael, maybe you want to post that if anybody has dealt with Jeff Jolliffe and gotten a bad transmission, or they haven't gotten their transmission, that they should contact us, or they can contact the police. What's the actual number they call for the police department for that?
Oh, for the Windsor police?
Is it just Windsor police? Is that the one doing this investigation?
Windsor. So there are two separate issues that I discussed. One is the criminal investigations that both Johnstown and Windsor are conducting.
Okay,
and I gave out that detective's phone number.
Okay, good.
The second issue that I just brought up is my conversation with Jolliffe's landlord, who evicted him a couple of weeks ago.
How many transmissions did he say?
He didn't say, and I didn't ask. He said there's just a whole bunch of fanny.
So Michael, how long ago did you drop off your transmission? How long ago was this?
I dealt with him in September.
Way back.
And I actually got my transmission back in November.
Okay. So back then that was before he was evicted. So I wonder where he went. How does he find a place to live even?
Well, I do have his current, or at least from about 2 months ago, his current residential address in Loveland.
Okay.
So he may be doing work out of there, but that was before this eviction. So we don't know what landlord he's going to stick with unpaid rent next.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Michael, leave all of your contact information, please, and we'll be in touch, okay? Because Dimitri's been looking into this. And then, thank you, Michael. Axe is going to talk to you right now and get your information. Okay. Now, Chopper, you're also going to put a word in with some police officers you know?
Yeah, the chief over in Severance. If there's any way, he will do it because he's that type.
Man, this guy has to be stopped. He has to be stopped. And I don't know why the state is so soft on people. Why? Maybe, you know what he should do? What these people should do? That one attorney that's been successful at suing, who has he sued? That auto place. You remember?
Savvy?
Yeah. That attorney Do we know his name?
We know his name.
I know he won't call us back, and we've been trying.
I don't think he's going to be interested in this matter because I don't think Jolliffe has two nickels to rub together. I've just scanned a whole ton of lawsuits against him, and he usually defaults.
How many lawsuits?
I think I probably reviewed somewhere between 5 and 8.
Oh my gosh! So people are suing him.
Have been for years and years and years.
So he has default judgments against him.
Yeah, he doesn't have any money. I mean, if he did, he would have paid his rent so he can continue to
live like
operate
that.
out of that.
You rip people off. That's the only way you can make a living, by ripping people off. You take money, you don't do anything, you evade them, and you get sued and you default. So no one ever can get a dime from him.
I don't think he's collectible.
How does someone keep doing that? By the way, on YouTube, he's still up there. I wanted to keep him up there for a good long time for people to take a screenshot of it or to download it or something. And I want you to spread the word. I swear to you, this is something we need to do. I'm not kidding.
Tom,
we get this guy out of business. Yes.
I just requested his mugshot photos from when he was arrested about a year ago in Johnstown.
Yeah.
On outstanding warrants, theft warrants out of El Paso or Colorado Springs, something like that. So we'll get some updated Jeff Jolliffe mugshots for you to put on the Sleaze Brigade.
Love me. I have a great picture here from Facebook Marketplace.
Well, yeah, but don't you think a mugshot photo?
Yeah, that would be good too. Sure.
I mean, it would transmit a message, if you know what I mean.
Now, I'm going to take him back off of YouTube, but now he's up there for a good long time, long enough for people to go back on the feed and spread his picture around. It's labeled Liar, Cheater, and Ripoff, Jeff Jolliffe. And I feel sorry for his boy, his son, to actually have kids in this environment.
That's the worst part. He's training a 14-year-old kid to become a ripoff artist.
I know, that's what it sounds like to me. It's really sad. I'm telling you, it's very sad that we have someone like this. I mean, I swear to you, it's unbelievable. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Spread the word, Jeff Jolliffe. He's a lying, cheating ripoff. By the way, if you're looking for the best, lowest price for an air conditioner now, maybe, or you still need a furnace, or you need both, you will get the guaranteed lowest price at renewhomeinnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
Yep.
Tired of biased news and woke TV? Stream Truth Plus from Trump Media. Free non-woke news and patriotic entertainment. Upgrade to the Patriot package featuring Newsmax and Great American Family. Go to truthplus.tv or download the Truth Plus app today. Make TV great again.
Now, I'm going to tell you about Fix It 24/7 and their extreme clean tune and check, $39. It's a couple hours of complete deep cleaning. They take it apart, whether it's your furnace or your AC, and they clean every nook and cranny. They adjust it and tune it, and they give you a no breakdown guarantee. That's fixmyhome.com is the website. You can go there or call them 720-526-3939. That's Fix It 24/7, just $39. Now, let's talk about being a landlord the good way, the easy way, the best way, and that is with Vestera Turnkey. They find promising markets around the country. You don't want to buy here in Colorado. No. The laws suck and they're overpriced. But he finds gems around the country where the equity growth is great, where the rents are strong, where the economy is strong. He'll help you get a home. Once you get the home, he helps you manage it through their management company affiliations. They even help you with maintenance and repairs or anything you need. That's Vestera Turnkey. Become a landlord without all the hassle. And that's 303-888-3788, mybiggechtreturn.com. Okay, I'm telling you, Joe Lazara is there if you need a criminal defense attorney, which would include DUIs. Now, listen, he's there, and here's how he operates. Free legal advice up front, no charge. If you hire him, it's a flat rate fee for the entire case. 303-429-6200.
Thank you. You like that instead, Tom? Fit it. Sorry.
Fit it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
There you go. There's your new 30. See on there?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you got rid of it.
Fit it.
Still too hot.
Yeah, still too hot and the volume's too low.
You mean overmodulated? Overmodulated, but the low volume.
Yep.
That's what he. That's what he. Yeah.
Well, there's no. I'm talking to Mark.
I know, but I'm trying to interpret.
Right. Yeah. Well, good luck. You're gonna turn it into Marquise. Major S. Because now, Mark, we can barely hear you.
Okay. Let's see what I have in my card here. And then we'll see it. They'll put it on the ground.
No, still too low and overmodulated. See, Tom, that's why I'm saying low or high for volume, hot for overmodulated. I was just trying to make it easier for him. Hey, maybe we can put Jolloff's address on some sort of homeless hookup website. Get like 30 guys over there to just,
Maybe people are afraid of him. Did you see what he looks like?
Yeah, low and too hot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We hear this at the great place to have our tranny
He's a
check.
scumbag, son of a bitch, bastard, scumbag, ripoff, liar, cheater, asshole.
Can you lube my tranny?
Can I need to know how I can post on this place. How do I post on it?
Do you have a grandchild that you can possibly ask to help you with Facebook, Tom?
Hold on. Item for sale, vehicle for sale, home for rent, job. What should I? Okay, job opening. That's all I can do. So I'm going to put up a picture of him, job opening.
Didn't you used to advertise for Groovy Tech? Wasn't that the company that helped seniors with technology? Remember that?
Man.
Groovy Tech.
They won't let me post.
Too low?
No. Now the volume's great. You're still a little hot.
Still hot?
Yep. Golly, you're getting it there, Mark.
Still?
Yeah, a little too hot, and the volume could come down a hair.
Yeah, I saw your
Do you have
comment.
the ability to just...
How about that?
Oh my gosh, it's great. Now, remember, say more than 2 words.
Yeah, those things.
Hello, I am now testing.
Oh my God, you sound great. What? It's like cracking a safe.
I fucking cannot believe this fucking bullshit.
Well, we can if that's any consolation.
Next time I laugh at Tom for fucking shit up,
yeah,
fucking slap me.
Okay.
Honest to God, it's terrible.
Well, I think Tom's
it's terrible when
cat gets down
things.
there and plays
No,
with
really, it's terrible when things go wrong.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
just
well,
ask him.
I did it. At least I can acknowledge it was all me.
And at least we don't own
No,
a
you didn't.
parachute
I thought
company.
you said, Mark. I thought you said you didn't do anything.
No, I did all kinds of
He
shit.
swapped out equipment.
No,
and
I
traded
meant
cords.
before when you turned it on. It was the same as yesterday, and nothing.
No, it wasn't even close.
No, he
Well,
changed
the
it
sound
overnight.
wasn't close, but you hadn't touched the things. That's what I'm saying.
He
touched all
changed
kinds of
everything.
shit.
He
Oh,
changed
why did you
everything
do
overnight.
that?
Why do you do that, Tom?
No, I'm serious. I don't know why he did it. Why, if
Nobody
it was
knows.
working yesterday, why did he? I don't want.
Sir, hey, Edmund Hillary, because it was there. Just climb the mountain, all right? Love you guys. Coming back.
Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. What I'm trying to do here is post a job opening. That's the only place, because you can't just go on there and shoot the breeze, can you, on a marketplace? It's just things for sale or jobs. So I put up there job, rip-off mechanic, by contract work, and it says job details. If you want someone to take your money and give you nothing in return, then you want Jeff Jolliffe. And I got to put his picture up there, but I don't. Oh, there it is. Add a photo. And I'm going to add the photo. And there he is. And I'm going to put it up there. Will I be banned from Facebook because of this? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to see if I can post it. Let's see. Terms of use. Jobs are public and can be seen by anyone on or off Facebook. Okay. So what do I do now? Do I have to? Okay. Now I just don't know how to post it, though. What is this about? Why do you have to be a magician? Why aren't they letting me post this? Oh, I got to put in minimum salary, $10. Maximum salary. let's see, 3,000. That's what he usually charges. And then maximum, what's the most we've ever had him take? $8,000, I think. Accept and publish. There we go. Let's see what happens now. I'm posting it to Facebook. Rip-off mechanic. This job is in review. Let's see. They may not let me post it, but if they do, if the robots let me post it, it would be great. So if anyone knows how to use Marketplace, can you call me on the air here, 303 Martino, 303-627-8466, or call 303 Martino. And or maybe you can go and post. I took his picture down, I think. Yeah, I want to take his picture down off of the YouTube feed. So we're back with Paul Dowding, Paul the Waterman from waterpros.net. I do have a few questions. My God, would we digress, huh? Okay, somebody wants to know, what would it take to get rid of the chemicals, the forever chemicals, and the plastics? What kind of system is that, Paul?
You need a reverse osmosis simply because of the microplastics.
Wait a minute. So for the house, you don't have a way to do it without reverse osmosis?
No, because they're tiny invisible particles. They're nanofiltration. A reverse osmosis is at 0.0001 micron.
Okay, so
then you could do a whole house reverse osmosis for that.
You can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now, I thought that what about the whole house filter you have for $21.95? What does that take out?
That takes out the forever chemicals
and the chlorine.
Right, the chlorine,
and the lead,
and it's also bacteria.
Okay, so that $21.95 for the whole house is pretty good.
Yes, sir.
And that takes out almost everything except the nanoplastics.
Correct, and pharmaceuticals.
So then, are you kidding me? Okay, so for pharmaceuticals, what would you need?
You need a reverse osmosis.
Wow. Are people doing that for the whole house now?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, something that's becoming popular too is the whole house ultraviolet light to zap the viruses and bacteria.
Whole house. But if you do reverse osmosis, that's the only system you need, right?
No, see, reverse osmosis doesn't kill the virus and bacteria. It traps it, and technically over a period of time, the virus or bacteria could outgrow their containment. So you need the UV to zap them.
Okay, so the UV, if I wanted the ultimate system for health and for plumbing and all that, do I also need to soften it?
Yes, soften it, absolutely.
Even with reverse osmosis?
Well, see, softening, what it does is it helps other filters function.
No, I understand, but my reverse osmosis up there is already soft. Why?
Well, because your reverse osmosis removes the minerals, and the water here in your neighborhood is within operating parameters.
But you're saying reverse osmosis on its own in some areas will not be enough to soften the water.
Correct.
It'll just make it safe.
Right.
Okay. Because really the hardness doesn't hurt your health.
No,
really?
No.
Okay. So if you don't mind hard water, a reverse osmosis system can
in most cases, the reverse osmosis will remove the hardness unless we're in extreme hard water scenario.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do they range for whole house reverse osmosis?
We can probably get them around 15,000.
God, but that's for the whole house.
Yeah.
Every faucet would have drinking water and all that.
A lot of my competitors, I just saw.
No, that would be 30,000.
Right, they're trying to sell a softener for 15,000.
No, I understand, and you can do filtering. Look at folks, the price is going to range anywhere from $1,100 to about $5,000 or $6,000 for really what you need. And okay, I just can't stress it enough. You're buying organic. You're doing supplementation. Take care of the water that you ingest, for God's sakes. Okay, more on Jeff Jolliffe. I'm getting a few texts from other victims. How can someone rip off so many people? Did Marc Mager come on? You know,
you got me?
Yeah. Mark, I think that this guy is surpassing the other guy from
4x4. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
that bum down there.
The guy from
the Weasel.
Yes.
Jim Weiss.
Jim Weiss, you're right. And it was 44th Auto or something was the name of it.
Yeah, it was 44th Auto.
But Mark, those two guys, do you know how much?
Jolliffe is way worse in my opinion. I mean, he's, well, first of all, Jolliffe is still doing it. I think 44th Auto, I think Jim Weasel's gone.
Like gone as in to meet our
Well,
maker?
I don't think he's dead.
Oh.
I at one point I think he faked cancer.
Yeah, he did. He said he had cancer and he wanted to get off the sleaze brigade. Anyway, I don't want to make fun of him if he did have cancer. Too bad. I don't think anyone should be, should suffer like that. But in any case, here's the bottom line. I'm blown away that Jeff Jolliffe can continue to do this, but at least we have a few police departments that are looking into him. 303-713-8255. Dan McKenzie was here the other day. Somebody wanted to know about him. And basically, he is a small boutique law firm. Now, what I mean by that is a good thing. He does person to person. He has another attorney and some paralegals and all that. And they will sit with you and devise a plan for your estate, custom tailored to you. It's really a great experience. McKenzie Law, 833-CO Plans, 833-CO Plans, or the website is coplans.co. And he's really a good guy. You'll get an estate plan. I'm working on mine, and I'm late. Don't wait as long as I have. And just remember, McKenzie Law, 833-CO Plans.
Thank you. Thank you.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver.
An iHeart radio station.
Ryan Schuling, mornings at 6. Dan Kaplis, afternoons at 4. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, impact traffic.
Now, we do have a crash in the tech center. This is going to be northbound at Arapahoe. Right lanes are blocked there, and we're looking at a backup extending.
Okay, we'll answer when you get
Pretty
back.
Solid,
Thank you,
so
man.
Push left if you're stuck down there. From this point ahead of that, it'll open up all the way to downtown because the freeway volume is very, very light out here. Minor slowing south I-25 at Spear and a little bit on the eastbound side of 270. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room Podcast with John Decker.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage, straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know what I love about EuroPlumbingColorado.com? Europlumbing guarantees the lowest price for your water heaters anywhere, starting at $14.99. Plus, they're tankless experts if you want that. Not only do they specialize in tankless, they'll give you the best price. They also repipe houses with PEX. If you need a repiping, they do it turnkey from beginning to end with PEX, which is freeze resistant, and it'll never corrode, never have pinhole leaks, no joints to leak. Replace that old galvanized or whatever piping you have with PEX. They do it all. Garbage disposal, sump pumps, the guaranteed lowest prices. 720-500-3000, 720-500-3000, EuroPlumbingColorado.com. I guess the point I was trying to make is when you got on your equipment today and turned it on, you hadn't changed anything, right?
Oh my God, he changed everything.
But why if it was working yesterday? That's the part I'm confused about.
Okay, understood.
Okay, that's all I was saying. I don't understand. This job is in review. Do you think they'll ever post that job? Okay.
Say that again.
See what?
Oh, I heard Tom saying something.
No, I was saying something about this post
and he
Facebook.
asked
Why you changed the equipment?
Okay, so last night I was piping the phone system into it.
Oh.
When I piped the phone system into it, I learned something about the Comrex, which is fucking stupid. You ready?
Yeah.
The line out, top right, is not adjustable, period. End of fucking story.
Right.
You cannot adjust it. And it is so goddamn loud, it's unbelievable.
It's called line level, right?
Yep. Line out.
It is so loud. Yep. It is unbearable.
That's what I have to use for CU games because we're in an arena. Yep.
But what do you do if it's too loud for what you have going in?
The best you can do is turn it down on the roadie, but the problem is it comes in hot as fuck.
Well, use one of the other outputs, one of the quarter inch.
No, not a problem.
Yes, that's true. You could use the number 2 out there. That's right, Shannon.
Thank you.
That created another issue, though.
I bet. No, I'm sure the whole thing was it sounds like a absolute Rube Goldberg situation.
It was so close, too. It was so close.
Yet so far away?
Yet so far away. I even had it piped to where the Comrex audio would go into the roadie, and I could hear it perfect plugging into the roadie, and the roadie would not send it back into the Comrex, so you'd be getting double going back. That worked perfect. The whole problem came into piping the phones in. But believe it or not, I think I do still have a workaround. I just got to get a cable. And then we'll go through all this again tomorrow.
You got to reach around what?
It's horrible.
I'm so sorry for your
But
loss.
how does it sound now? I mean, it does sound better than the old setup.
No, yeah, it does. It sounds great. It sounds like you're in a recording studio. I'm serious.
Yep, you nailed it.
Yep.
Not kidding.
It's crazy when you've got the main volume for the mic, like line 1 or input 1. Then you have an out that is its own mic going into the roadie or into the Comrex. Then you have the Comrex you adjust. You should be able to go in and lock them all in like it 50 dB, 50, 50, 50, 50, and everything's the same.
Can you believe an idiot like me has made a living for 30 years being able to do that in a parking lot? In a snowstorm?
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, hey, YouTubers, morons. Tell me, does that link work for you? It works for me. Click it.
What link?
The link I put in the chat.
Click my link.
Click it.
Yeah, it works. Well, if you have a Facebook account, it works.
Oh, okay. I
don't have a Facebook account.
Why not? Oh my God.
I want to know, did they post it? If they posted it, it's amazing. It says Jeff Jolliffe, liar, cheater, and ripoff. Looking for a mechanic?
I don't.
Yeah, I have Facebook.
Hey, guys, try it and let me know.
In the thing. In the chat box.
When I spilled coffee creamer in my cooler, I'm going to be busy.
By the way, we have DoorDash coming.
DoorDash, here we go.
But they're probably, no, if we get it, there's a 50-50 chance. Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-8255. All right. So I put an ad on Facebook Marketplace in an effort to expose this guy. And the ad reads, liar, cheater, ripoff, Jeff Jolliffe will work for you for anywhere from $1,000 to $8,000. If you want someone to take your money and do nothing in return, then you want Jeff Jolliffe. It's a contract job, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not sure if they posted it or not, but my link worked. And if you go to YouTube, I put the link in our chat, and I want to know if it works for you too. It says the job is under review, but I think it went through. I'm not sure. But go to Facebook Marketplace, and I don't know how you would search this. The headline is "Ripoff Mechanic, $3,000 to $8,000 one-time contract work," and it has his picture up there. So I'd like to know if you get a hold of him. Now, on another side note, the other day I ordered food, and this was DoorDash, and the driver, Lilia, she said that she delivered it. It wasn't delivered. And so I looked at the proof of delivery, and it's a picture of a pizza box literally from overhead on the ground. There are no steps. There's no driveway. It's literally sitting in a pebble on pebbles, just literally a box on pebbles that could be anywhere USA. And that was proof of delivery, not my door, not my address, just a picture of a pizza box from Anthony's. And I never got the pizza. In fact, Bo was here on Friday, and he drove all over looking for it. Like, it was not even in the neighborhood because the front gate said we never let anyone through for a delivery to you, period. So they not only lied, this person lied, they said the GPS told them to drop it there. So I guess a glutton for punishment, because I went back to DoorDash and I'm going to see what they do now, because we ordered some big arches. And the reason we ordered them is I've never seen Dimitri so impressed with fast food before. He absolutely loved it. Wasn't it spectacular? No, seriously,
good.
If you told me this comes from an English pub and they took time to create it, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
It's nothing like a normal cheeseburger at McDonald's or a normal burger. They did something different.
Right. Tom, I haven't been to McDonald's in at least 25 years.
Yeah, I know.
Until you and I saw that commercial by the CEO of McDonald's.
Right. So we ordered it.
Yeah.
And it was extraordinary.
It was fantastic. It exceeded all my expectations. It was better than 80% of all the restaurant and pub burgers I've ever had.
Now, do you think that they're trying to compete with like Five Guys and that kind of burger? Aren't those burgers like they're way better than the normal McDonald's stuff, right?
Yeah, that they must. I mean, they must have an eye on the inroads that all of those boutique hamburger joints have made into McDonald's territory. And now I do have to say, upon further research, I saw that the Big Arch Burger is supposed to be a limited time deal.
What?
It's
Why would
supposed to be
that?
But you know, it's probably just a test marketing scheme.
Because it's a $15 hamburger, you said.
Well, you know, but you got to keep in
Who the hell's
mind.
going to buy a $15 McDonald's hamburger?
Well, hold on. But Tom added, this was my hamburger that Tom just ordered, and he added bacon to it. Plus, it's being delivered to us. Now, I did download a McDonald's app a few days ago, and that burger ranges from somewhere around between $7 and $11, depending on what you put on it. So don't judge it by the $15 price tag that Tom is covering today.
Now, here's a text. Tom, I feel tipping. We talked about tipping in the beginning. I feel tipping is an essential piece of the community ecosystem. How much to tip? That's based on your experience, how much time you have, and whether you're dressed for the occasion. I don't know what that means. It comes down to whether you have opportunity as an approach. I don't get it, man. As an approach, is this guy high? Is there a bull? Can you get through the fence safely? And how quietly can you accomplish the tipping? Oh, he's talking about cow tipping. Oh, God. Now I understand. He's saying tipping is an essential. If the cow's heads come up too late, pick another cow for tipping. Is that a real thing? Cow tipping. Have you ever heard of that? That you literally somehow you.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we've been hearing
people do it for grins. Is that what they do?
I don't think people can actually do it, Tom. I've been hearing about that since I was little. But if you think of a four-legged animal that weighs about 3,000 pounds, how are you going to tip it?
I've seen it. I lived in Oklahoma, and three of us, I'll say I wasn't involved, ran into it very, very quickly, and it fell over. No doubt whatsoever.
Did it get up and chase you?
No.
It doesn't hurt them, I heard. Otherwise, that would be terrible. Okay, hold on. We got more coming up. DenverRegen.com for your stem cell therapy. Of course, they also do testosterone for men, and they also do hair replenishment with stem cells and PRP. But the stem cell therapy for pain, I love them. DenverRegen.com.
Now, impact traffic.
Now, we do have a crash in the tech center. This is going to be northbound.
Hey, fellers, did I write Great Western on
Yeah,
that?
you got it for 10:45. 11.
There is also a CMG. I couldn't fit on the screen. I haven't typed it yet.
Okay, we'll have Mark do that.
Mark?
Or I can do it.
CMG?
I can whatever he wants.
You got it. He's in. Tom, Great Western, then Mark CMG. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks.
Traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my garage over 15 years ago to make custom blinds easy and affordable for everyone. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
All right, let me give you a scenario. I called because I want a steel building. I call a company, and the guy says, "Yes, Mr. Martino, we can help you. We're the factory, and we just had one ordered, and they never picked it up, so you can have a special deal on this building that meets all of your specs." That's a lie most of the time. In fact, I think it's always a lie. And most of the people that say they're from a factory are not from a factory. But we do have a real factory you should deal with. A real factory right here in Colorado, 120,000 square feet in Grand Junction. GreatWesternBuildings.com, serving all 50 states, direct to the consumer. Beautiful steel buildings, 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
CMG, we're talking about a direct lender. It doesn't matter if you want a reverse mortgage, a new purchase, cash out to pay off those high credit card debt. You name it, the guys at CMG can do it. And I know the main guy, John Clace. You're going to want to call him direct for the best, and I mean it, the best deals out there. You're going to love it. They do everything. They loan out over $2 billion a month. Need I say any more? They're quick as well. My son went from application to closing table in 28 days. 303-577-7206. 303-577-7206.
Sounding great, Mark. Whatever you did, thanks for fighting through that.
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, I'm sorry it was that line out. Man, I live by that damn line out now. Because it is loud as hell.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbearably loud going into a roadie.
I know. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, because I'm using a Mackie. So I have, it's not nearly the same. Should I get my shit together, or am I going to hit another buffet and continue my slow speed suicide? I don't know.
I haven't been that frustrated with. I can't even think about it. I can't talk.
Well, Tom got jawlift and you got whatever. And I feel bad for you guys.
God, Tom, I was listening, but I couldn't talk when the guy said Jeff Joliffy. And I'm yelling, that's Jolliffe.
You're not home.
I figured it out.
Yeah, I heard you. You're like, no, that's Jolliffe.
Yep.
It's Jeff Joliffe.
You need to make an arrangement.
Joliffe.
You need to be here because this
Joluffa
is
sponge.
This is your shit. This is you, okay? You're responsible for this, so get it.
Turn him down.
You call it.
That's not. We don't.
Well, but I can't control YouTube from here. Mark, you know that. Oh, wait.
Say that again.
He might have muted. Did you mute YouTube?
I didn't. He only can do that.
Yep.
I just didn't want his business
Well,
out there.
listen, I'm going to keep him potted up because I'm not feeding YouTube.
No, it's okay. I was losing it. My daughter, just never mind. It sucks.
It's all right.
Fucking
Send
kids.
her, hey, send her to deal with Jeff. Let's get this fixed now.
Hey, did Suzanne pass on that Addie's engaged to you, Thomas?
What?
No.
She didn't?
No.
He popped a question Saturday.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah.
God, I got a lot of reaction. Holy shit, am I getting? I got texts out the ass.
You okay?
No, on everything we're talking about. I just wish they'd pick up the fucking phone. No, people like just spur of the moment. They love people love fucking texting.
It's great. So long as Polis doesn't catch you, you can do it anywhere. hands-free device. That's for you and your husband to
We haven't heard the drummers in a long time.
No.
Seven minutes and we won't have Shannon's wisdom.
No, but we'll have Dragon.
Oh, man. All right, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, Jolliffe, Attorney General Phil Weiser, this is the text, should be going after Jolliffe and people like him, but in my opinion, Weiser is much more interested in filing lawsuits against Trump. Weiser has filed lawsuits with dozens of other cases against Trump. You know, that's true. I mean, there are a bunch of, I'm telling you that consumer crime in this state goes unpunished. It just goes unpunished. By the way, speaking of water, only Denver, Aurora, and Castle Rock treat and reuse wastewater. Colorado Springs and communities near the mountains do not. So there are no hormones, no drugs, no plastics in our water.
Who says that?
Just somebody texted me and they said because they're getting the water from the mountains, it's all free.
That's delusional. Every bit of body water in Colorado has microplastics. Proven fact. The universities test.
You're talking mountain streams?
Mountain streams, absolutely. It's global. Every single major body of water in Colorado, I believe it was Boulder, CU in Boulder, and also CSU, they test every major body of water in Colorado tests positive for microplastics. It's in the rainwater. It's all over.
Really? So you're not immune if you get your water from the mountains.
You're not immune. No,
well,
right. No, that.
What about a well? Come on.
Well water goes unchecked, so they should check your water, at least every 3 years.
Well water could be pure, right?
No. Where do you think some of these communities that inject water back into the aquifers? Some of these communities.
Well, you're right. You're right. Okay. So, wow. So I guess you're under a delusion that you have pure water. Not so.
Absolutely correct. Beer, all right, Coors beer. Mark brought this up. Beer has forever chemicals in it. And where do you think Coors beer used to advertise Rocky Mountain?
Wait a minute. So when they make beer and they use water, you're saying the water's not purified before that goes into the beer?
Absolutely correct.
All right. By the way, Tom, I got at least 24 texts here. I do not tip more than 15%. When I can, I pay cash. Buy one beer, pay with cash, and tip $1. Just wait for that stupid look from the server, even though $1 is more than 15%. Okay. That is that one. What about this one here? Okay. Tom, on Sunday, I had my car towed from the airport, and the tow truck driver was waiting for a tip. Oh, come on. You're just trying to get me going. My insurance paid partially for the tow, and I had to pay the rest. So truly, this guy is serious that when somebody towed his car, they wanted a tip for it when he went to get it. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call BS on that one. Do you tax on tip? That's a good question. What I normally do is take the whole total, and yes, I double the total. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You double it. So if the bill is $20, that's $4, right? So that's what I do. I take the last two, and I just double. So if it's $50, that's $10. That's the normal easy way, and that $50 probably has tax in it. I don't go to the line above the tax. I tip on the total, but a lot of people don't tip on the tax. Anyway, 303-713-8255. Tom, I found a new concept called real bricks. which sells shares in individual properties. This might be a way to offer properties. Okay, so this is an investment, somebody said, called Real Bricks. Look that up, Real Bricks. And I guess it's a security, I think, and they sell shares of property. So for people that don't want to buy a property on their own, they buy a portion. Well, what would be, that sounds like a real estate investment trust almost. By the way, a real estate investment trust, REIT, is where you're buying into a partnership and the managers manage property, and a certain percentage of the profits must go back. I think 97% must go back to the shareholders and 3% to the people who run it. That's called a REIT. But I've never heard of Real Bricks. I'll look into it. All right. By the way, I don't mind you texting, okay? But I would love your calls. 303 Martino, 303-627-8466. We got Paul the Waterman here as well if you have any questions on water. More coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK.
Thank you.
Man, do I have a lot.
Appreciate you waiting. Thank you so much.
I haven't even given this number out that much. So this guy's really thought that I get mountain water, so I have nothing in my water, is what they said.
That's not true.
One of the propaganda tools. Let's see here.
Where do you think, here's a question, the snow melt from mountain water comes and fills up other reservoirs? Contamination. Mountain water could also have uranium. Can I share something with you real quick? Sorry? Can I share something with you real quick? Not right now. Okay. That's right.
Oh, it's here.
We better go get it. By the way, they're right outside. That's what they say. Now, if they have confusion, I'll be like, it looks like they're circling.
Yeah, it'd be funny if those hamburgers are in the same place your pizza is.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm going to start calling. I'm never going to use it.
That means you have the GPS wrong.
You mean they have it wrong, maybe.
That means you grabbed that little thing inside the app and tagged the field.
Up until that one pizza, I've been getting everything perfectly. Everything.
Did you change anything?
No.
How long does it take to get a sandwich from?
What's that?
There, he's right outside my door right now. In fact, according to this, he's running over my house. According to this, he just smashed into my house. I want to know if that Facebook thing worked for Jolliffe. People, tell me, does it work? YouTubers, tell me, does it work? Worked for me. Oh, wait, worked for him. Oh, never mind.
We're gonna have the same guy, Joe Lazera, come on, and I can ask him that question if you'll be listening. That'll be a question I also ask him, but I think legally you should be safe. I can't officially, say anything on that, but. All right, yeah, but when he comes on, I can definitely ask him for you. Yeah, go for it.
Is Henry Brett's there?
He's in studio.
It sounded like Henry just a minute ago. I cannot believe this bullshit.
Sounds like Henry Brett.
Oh, was that Axe? Every once in a while, you sound exactly like him.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, I hope you have a good one. I'll ask Joe when he's on. Have a good one. Bye. Yeah, I get that. I get told I'm like Henry a lot.
You don't sound like you drive a Porsche.
Yeah, it's only if you had his paycheck. I was about to say. Just a couple M short. Take away a couple zeros. Yeah.
If I'd known there was such a great future in roofing, I wouldn't have done it for just 2 weeks. But when I had to pee down somebody's kitchen vent because there was no view, it's like, you know what?
Is that Mark typing like there's notes about it?
Oh, let me see.
Oh yeah, it's right to the plumbing.
It might be because he's pretty.
Yeah.
I bet I could work less hard and make less money.
It is?
I didn't have to go to school.
I only have 3 minutes. Let me see if I can grab a bite. 3 minutes.
Because I went to St. Patrick's.
Ah.
Actually, why don't you go home and have some burgers?
Before there was refrigeration and air conditioning.
Hey Joe, this is Adam. We're getting you set up for
That kind of kills me when they do that.
St. Patrick's.
Yeah. Hasn't been this hot since the 1910s.
Oh,
yeah, no, I'm sure they dealt with it just fine.
Well, they were still using the locomotive as the primary motor.
They were cutting ice out of Grand Lake and bringing it down on wagon-drawn carriages.
Right. There were no automobiles back then. Huh? Yeah, okay.
Push. Never seen that on the call screen before.
Push?
Oh. St. Patrick's Day push.
Maybe that means he's important and he's got to talk sooner. No, DUI push.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like we're performing surgery or anything, so mess up all you want. Nobody's life is in our hands, so I think we're okay.
Dragon, what does push mean?
And then, Joe, sorry to bug you again, but
Dragon doesn't have his headphones on.
I don't think he ever wears it, does he?
I don't know.
How's he catch all the foul language?
How DUIs work in RVs. If you want to, you could possibly discuss that. I'm just letting you know we did have someone asking questions.
What camera's not working?
Awesome, thank you.
Hell, I could have left the studio, went to Bellevue and I-25, bought a couple big arches.
That's
drove
true.
Down to Tom's and been back there. I like his new clock.
Oh, yeah.
It was 1 minute off, according to my computer.
That's. I thought it was 1 minute off yesterday as well.
Well, it might be just a few seconds off because it's on correctly now. Send it back. I had an analog during the change.
Yeah.
It just was off.
DK How.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common.
Alright, turn your speakers down.
It's the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What's going on with you? Let's help you any way we can. And we're going to talk to Steve. Steve, what's going on with you, Steve? Welcome to the show.
I'm a Mint Mobile customer. T-Mobile owns the company.
Yeah.
Purchased it in 2024, and they've always used their towers. But on February 28th, we lost all service. Cell is gone, internet is gone, and the only way I can get out is on Wi-Fi calling.
Is that still? Is it still like that?
It's still like that, and I've complained to T-Mobile. I've complained to Mint. All they say is they're working on it, and T-Mobile says it's fluid. What's fluid?
Meaning it changes. It changes often. It's on and off again. So,
well,
this was since the 28th of February. You're saying?
Yes. So I put out a survey on Nextdoor app, and I'm amazed at how many responses I got of people in the same neighborhood here. And others have posted, and they're getting responses, same problem. So I drove around the area, and I've identified a 3.5 mile radius up to that point from the intersection of 128th and Colorado Boulevard.
God, you did this all for yourself.
I did. I drove around with my cell phone looking, turning this block, that block, trying to develop some kind of a circle. And it can go up to 3.5 miles. And now, the thing about it is if somebody doesn't have or even doesn't know what Wi-Fi calling is, and they have an emergency, and they have a heart attack, they're going to be in trouble. Or if their internet provider, like CenturyLink, goes down, which I've had that happen, I've had to pick up my phone and go alternate way out. Well,
God.
What if both things are out and there's an emergency? Now they have, a person with a heart attack isn't going to get in the car and drive.
So wait a minute. So I want to ask the obvious question. Why don't you just drop them if they're that bad right now?
Well, it's been so reliable for 3 years, and it's $15 a month if you pay in advance and you get 5 gigabytes every month. And the coverage has been fantastic. I've gone to Hawaii even. It's great, but look what happened. Now what? Are they going to fix it or they're not?
I mean, we can have someone make a call to them, but you said when you call them, they say they're working on it, right?
Right, but they won't say what's wrong. And that really bugs me. They don't say anything. Well, what is wrong? Is it a tower? Are you waiting for a part? It's just being put off.
It's fluid.
We're working on it. Yeah. And, there's 24 hours in a day. And if you have an emergency and people can't make a call, you think they figure out...
I'm wondering why we haven't gotten any other calls about it. It's Mint Mobile, right?
Mint Mobile, yeah. And T-Mobile is the towers. Yeah. And so I was just shocked. Of course, in my email, I sent a whole list of the responses.
Okay. So you sent an email to us. I want to look at it during the break. You did send us an email.
I did.
All right, hang on.
I did.
Axe, make sure I get that email if you can find it. When did you send the email?
Probably about hour and a half ago.
Okay.
And I know you got it because I got it.
Did you send it to me, Axe? Okay. I'll find it.
Screenshot. Sorry.
It was help at.
Okay. I'll look for it. Meanwhile, here's the deal.
I took a screenshot of the chat.
We can find out. We can make a phone call. I'll have maybe Dimitri call them and see what the hell's going on. And, or one of you guys at the studio, Dollar or somebody, just let's call over at Mint and see what they say officially when the media calls. Hold on, and we'll do that. All right, Steve, hang on. We'll try to light a fire under them. Okay, Joe Lazara is back, and I just want to say this. He was on the other day, and we're talking about people in trouble, and people say, well, they deserve to be in trouble. I just want to talk about this. As they say, the elephant in the room or the gorilla. Here's the bottom line. We're not talking about encouraging people to do anything wrong, but what we're saying is this. It's very easy. we're saying that everyone deserves representation, and then everyone needs to truly do things the right way. Okay? So if you did something stupid, then you can go through the system accordingly. What Joe Lazara does is provides you the mechanism to go through the system and to try to make the best of a terrible situation. I've never talked to Joe once where he hasn't said, use a designated driver. Do not get yourself in this situation. And here's the bottom line. When people make stupid mistakes, sometimes they haven't been drinking all that much, and they might have been pulled over on their way home, and there's all kinds of stories. But Joe, I just wanted to say that because I got a few texts from people saying it's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, that if you get a DUI, you shouldn't be allowed to have a defense attorney. And I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But in any case, what do you do when people tell you that? Seriously. I mean, obviously it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, clearly anybody who's been charged is entitled to legal defense. And our job is not always, hey, you're going to beat this case, but how do we minimize it? How do we protect it? How do you ensure that that the police officers are doing their job and doing it properly?
Exactly.
And not infringing on your rights. And that's really the service we do. I don't condone drinking and driving. I don't condone breaking the law or doing anything illegal, but those people that make mistakes or break the law, they need representation, and that's why we're here.
And I wanted to say something. People had a lot of questions about refusing tests. And it was after you got off the air and we were talking. They said, under what circumstances can you refuse to take a test? They didn't know that they could refuse. For example, can you refuse the roadside sobriety test? Not the chemical, not the blood, or not the breathalyzer, but the actual, walking in a straight line and touching your nose and all that. Can you refuse that?
Absolutely. That is voluntary. That's number one. The officer should tell you it is voluntary. You have the option to refuse. But by doing those, what you're doing is you're giving the officer additional grounds on whether to arrest you or not arrest you. But those are very difficult maneuvers. You're more likely to fail, even if you are.
I know. Do you know what I said one time? I swear to God, I got pulled over. By the way, I get pulled over, and he has me do this single line, one foot after another. And then he had me do touching my nose. And then he had me stand on one foot or something. And I said, I was kind of nervous. And this was years ago. And I said something so stupid. I said, are you kidding? I can't even do this when I'm sober. Okay. Yeah. I honest to God said that. And then he looked at me and said, and I said, do me a favor, officer, right now. I want a test. I said, call for your, at that time they had some kind of breathalyzer. It wasn't blood, but they came by with a breathalyzer, a van. And I said, I want one right now. I want to dispel this because I haven't been drinking a lot. I had one drink and it was hours ago. So anyway, the breathalyzer van came and I was cleared. But to your point, Joe, sometimes people just get nervous and they screw up and they're really not intoxicated necessarily. So if you know you haven't been drinking or drinking that much, can you simply say, officer, I will voluntarily take a breathalyzer? Do they send that van still, or do they have one in their car?
So they should have a device in your car that's called a portable breath test, or PBT. And most officers have those. They could administer those to you. Those will show whether or not there's alcohol. Now, the question always becomes, if there's no alcohol, are you under the influence of drugs?
Uh-huh. And that's another text. That's another text I got. Somebody wrote to me right after you got off the air the other day and said, I smoke weed. how do I tell if I'm legally impaired or not? Is there any kind of a measurement? And I don't know Joe, how do they tell if people have too much weed?
Right now, there's not a really good determination. So they have roadsides that are designed to determine whether or not you're under the influence of marijuana or other drugs. Sometimes they'll give you the same roadsides that you would do for alcohol, but there are specialized roadsides. And then they make that determination. Do they believe that, is there an odor? Do they have enough to arrest you? If they do, you do a blood test. And in Colorado, the legal limit for marijuana is 5 nanograms. And
wait. So they can actually do a blood test for marijuana?
They can, yes.
And they can actually tell the amount of nanograms of THC you have?
Yes.
Okay. And so have you had people busted for marijuana?
Yeah. I mean, we get quite a few. You would think there'd be a ton, but there really isn't. But there are people that get busted for marijuana, or they might use marijuana gummies and get arrested for DUI alcohol and have both in their system.
Here's something I want to say, and I'm not encouraging any drug use or alcohol use in driving, but I believe, Joe, in my personal observation of people are much more in control under marijuana than alcohol. I don't know if you've come across that, but it seems to me like it's not as dangerous. Again, I'm not encouraging one over the other or telling people to do it, but I don't know how law enforcement, what is 5 nanograms? I don't know. Have you ever seen anyone that was legally high with marijuana? Because I don't know how you would tell necessarily. I've never, unless they're just nodding out or whatever. But so if someone smoked weed, how long does it take for it to get out of your system? Do you know?
So the thing about marijuana is, for the marijuana to actually be removed from your system, it's about 30 days.
Oh.
They can look to see what's active and what's not active, but somebody who smokes every day or uses gummies every day, that's going to stay in their system. They may well be over that 5 nanogram limit, even if they didn't use it that day.
Oh my gosh, that's weird. And does that help in their defense if they were driving around and they had a joint the day before? Does that help them? Because they did not smoke and drive, and as far as they were concerned, they were just getting up to go to work?
Yeah, it's becoming more of an issue where we're fighting those cases because of people that are just chronic users. They use it all the time. They may not have used it before driving or that day, but they're still over that legal limit of 5 nanograms. And so then you're looking at the driving, you're looking at the roadside, you're looking at the indicia to see whether or not they're DUI or DWAI.
So what I want to know is this. So it's not a foregone conclusion when you have that much, more than 5 or 5, can you still not be intoxicated or not be driving under the influence? Can people get off with that? And again, I'm not trying to get people off from being dangerous, but I swear to you, what you call chronic users, I've known some chronic users and they are fully in control. I mean, does that make sense, Joe? And again, I'm not telling people to go ahead and do it, but I've known people and they're fully in control. I mean, so is it possible that somebody could test for 5 nanograms and you can get them off?
Yeah, those are trial cases. The DAs are going to look at that number, say it's over 5 nanograms. They're not going to make an offer or a very good offer. So those are the cases that go to trial.
Okay, what were you going to say? Hold on, D, you have a question?
Joe, I have no idea what it takes for me to reach, I don't use marijuana or gummies, but I have no idea what it would take to reach 5 nanograms. So let's say like a typical gummy is what, 2 milligrams?
I have no idea.
Oh, so can you, and I realize it's going to be different from everybody and depends on what you ate and when you ate and how much you ate, but what does it take to reach 5 nanograms the next day?
See, and I think that's a lot more problematic when we're talking about marijuana. With alcohol, we generally have an idea, right?
Mhm.
If you have a Coors or Budweiser, we have this known alcohol concentration. If you have an IPA, we have this alcohol concentration.
Yeah.
The same holds true with marijuana and tolerance and, absorption and the fact.
We got a break here soon, buddy.
Is
All
this
right.
your first time using it versus, hey, I use it every day?
Okay, I have to take this this break, Joe. If you want to stick around, I do have a few text questions for you. It's up to you, but I do have to take this break. I'm Tom Martino. More right after this.
Awesome. And then are you good for holding for the small break? For
No breaks? How much time do I have, bro?
5.5. Awesome.
Thank you. Guess what I'm going to do?
It should be fine. It shouldn't matter too much.
Go get a
we
gummy?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. You just go up. Did you have a delicious?
Yeah, it was good. Just watch this fire. For some reason, this fucking camera keeps going off, but it doesn't matter. I don't think we can. It's just temperamental.
Hey, Steve, we appreciate you so much for holding. We'll try and get to you as soon as we can. Thank you. We're just trying to wrap up this Joe Lazaro segment. Thank you for your patience.
Did they ever get their big arch?
I don't think so. We haven't talked about it.
No. Hey, D, you there? Burger fever.
But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally, by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
You know what sets John Clace apart from other lenders? We're going direct, no middleman. That means low rates and low fees. John offers home loans of all kinds, lines of credit. He's also an expert with people that are self-employed, credit challenged, or just have a unique financial situation. If other lenders say no, John can often say yes. Call John 303-577-7206. 303-577-7206. John Clace, NMLS ID 271003. CMG Home Loans, NMLS ID 1820. Equal housing opportunity.
Your neighbor Lynn loves spring in Colorado, but she hates to paint, so she called Rhino Shield.
The house was built 42 years ago, and the paint was flicking off. And I just saw the commercials on TV for Rhino Shield. It says guaranteed for like 25 years. I thought, well, let me just give them a call.
Rhino Shield ceramic technology is specifically formulated for our unique climate right here in Colorado, and is Class 1 fire rated.
We did the Rhino Shield under the roof line, and I had several French doors, saw the windows, so they did the Rhino Shield and the garage door.
And right now, Colorado, you can get the 25-year guaranteed
Yeah,
protection of Rhino Shield for 15%.
I can't find a number for Mint or T-Mobile Media Relations. Just an email.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 844-317-4466. That's 844-31-RHINO or rhinoshieldco.com.
If your old house needs repiping, you'll get the lowest price, guaranteed, from EuroPlumbingColorado.com. That's PEX piping, piping for life. No leaks, no freezing, no hammering, never even a pinhole. And if you need a water heater, get the best price, $14.99 fully installed. 6-year warranty. The guaranteed lowest price on all plumbing, EuroPlumbingColorado.com. 720-500-3000. EuroPlumbingColorado.com.
Are your investments in low accounts? What's best?
Hey, Paul. Do you want to just do that while you're here after the show? Just maybe even 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I promise you, I will have the mics on. Because there's going to be no better time than right now because you're here. What? What? Okay.
This is Sarah Spain with the latest from iHeart Women's Sports, presented by WeatherBud. On Saturday night in Omaha, Nebraska, the Supernovas of Major League Volleyball welcomed a sold-out crowd of 16,838 people for their 5-set win over the Indian Wings, setting a national record for an indoor women's professional volleyball match. The Supernovas now own the top 19 largest crowds in U.S. professional volleyball history. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcast. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with WeatherBud. It's easy to use, and it provides real-time customizable alerts, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBud app from the App Store now.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Again, I want to say this. I have Joe Lazaro with me, a criminal defense attorney. And I just want to get this out because people text me. I even got a text here, and they said it's not that I think people should not have representation. It's just that I don't think people should be encouraged to drink or how to game the system. And that's not what Joe is doing. And I'm just going to say right now, we are not encouraging, of course, drinking and driving or tricking the system, but we're holding law enforcement to a standard, and everybody has certain rights. And if you can avoid, and you can use a designated driver or an Uber or Lyft, more power to you. Bottom line, though, there are times people are accused. Somebody said, Tom, I swear to you, I had one drink. And they told me with the breathalyzer that I was over the legal limit. And I'm positive that can't happen. So they want to know, what do they do if the breathalyzer failed them? They didn't tell me if they later got a chemical test. So I want to go through it with you. If you're stopped, Joe, and you're stopped and they do a breathalyzer and it shows you're a little over the limit, what's the next step? What happens?
Yeah, so if you do a PBT, they'll probably arrest you at that point. Once you're arrested, they'll give you what's called the express consent advice, so the choice between a blood and a breath test. I tell people you're probably better off taking a blood test, but you can take either one. The breath test a little bit quicker. But once you get those results, when you're consuming alcohol, it's either being absorbed or it's dissipating from your system. So just because you're above a number on a PBT, those PBTs are not accurate. So the blood or breath is going to be far more accurate.
What's a PBT? What is the PBT?
That's that portable breath test. That's usually a handheld device that the officer will administer while on roadsides.
So if you're over the limit with a PBT, with the portable one, they call the van over to do it?
No, well, they'll arrest you and take you down to either the police department or to a local hospital, depending if you want a blood or breath.
And do they do a follow-up test before going through, or is that portable one enough to go through, enough to charge you?
Yeah, I mean, if the officer has odor or bad driving plus that portable breath test, they'll generally arrest you. And then it's really up to that chemical test, that blood or breath, that's going to prove your innocence. So I've had numerous clients that have been arrested and submitted to a blood test or even a breath test that's well below the legal limit.
Okay. So that portable, those portable ones are not necessarily accurate.
No, that just gives you a ballpark.
That's what somebody said in the next text, that they don't want to break the law, but every now and then they go out after work. and they want to know if the ones they can buy on Amazon, a breathalyzer, is that so how are they the ones you can buy for consumer use, Joe, if they just want to get an indication?
And that's what it does. It gives you a range, right? The cheaper, it just gives you an idea. You're in that vicinity. You can spend more money and get a one that the police use, but then you're talking $600 to $1,000. But getting a $100 one at least tells you the idea. Yes, I'm above the legal limit. No, I'm not. You just always got to keep in mind that you absorb alcohol and then you dissipate alcohol. So it's that up and down curve.
But I mean, Uber and Lyft is much cheaper than buying one of those. I mean, you can do a lot of rides for that. So
absolutely, and that's what I tell people.
Yeah. So somebody else wants to know if they wait, is there usually a time that they can wait where they know alcohol would diminish from their system? Is there a calculation like, hey, I had a beer an hour ago or 2 hours ago, or I had a drink? Is there any kind of waiting period that usually helps you?
They used to say a drink an hour, but I would tell you, how much do you drink? What are you drinking? How big? How big are you? How quickly does your body metabolize alcohol? But you and I have talked about this. I've had countless clients wake up the next day and they're still driving drunk. They're on their way to work or they're on their way somewhere else and they're still intoxicated.
Again, the best advice is not to drink and drive. What are some of the here's what I want to ask straight up. What are some of the flaws you find in cases brought against your clients that do end up being not guilty? What are the flaws in the case? Where do cops or where does the system screw up?
I think a lot of times with regards to probable cause, that's a huge issue. And then the chemical test, even though we're talking about a blood or a breath being far more accurate, they're not infallible. I mean, I've had numerous clients that have been arrested, have gone through, the roadside stuff and everything, been arrested. And then we were able to get their case dismissed because the officer, the chemical test just didn't back up what the officer was showing.
Okay.
So that's why it's important to fight those.
And what do you mean by probable cause, Joe? What you mentioned that a few times. What do you mean by that?
So probable cause is, would a reasonably cautious police officer believe that you could be driving impaired by alcohol or affected by alcohol to the slightest degree? So it's a very low standard, but what they're doing is they're looking at your driving behavior. They're looking at indicia, bloodshot water, your eyes, slurred speech, odor. Then they're looking at, did you do roadsides, your performance on the roadsides? Does that give him enough to arrest you to believe that you're affected by alcohol to the slightest degree?
All right, Joe, thank you very much for your time. That's Joseph A. Lazzara, Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200. Joe does flat rate pricing, free initial consultations, 303-429-6200. How much time?
KR.
About 5.5 here as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, I'll see you in a minute.
That's fine. Nobody saw that. It's fine. Yeah, nobody saw it. No one saw it? No. Good.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save them, the brand's first customer.
I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Get the free DeWalt 20 volt pack.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Select DeWalt 20 volt packs tool. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Man, I am happy to tell you about the only real store that's made the cut for Team Dave Logan, and that is Troy Hansford. I recommend Troy because he's the only agent that will guarantee to sell your home at
Hey, Axe, is Steve still on the line?
And the good news, he puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating demand.
Axe isn't in there.
Ready to buy.
Nope.
Doesn't have enough houses. So if you have a house, Troy might have that perfect buyer
Dragon.
Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash, and it can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy and get your home sold for the most money.
Anybody home?
900-4433. Again, that's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford with Remax Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply.
I disagree with Paul when he says hard water isn't that bad for you. Yeah, well, you come look at my cars after I wash them with hard water.
Spots?
Huh?
You have spots?
I had to have the plumber come in and re-plumb my faucets outside that wasn't connected to the sprinkler system, that was connected to my water softener.
Oh.
So I could wash my cars.
Wow.
And if I take a garden hose and I'm stupid and I accidentally hit the windows, oh, I mean, the water spots on them is horrible. But they sell a chemical that says gets rid of hard water spots, and it does.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it does. But the summer's where it's bad because every once in a while, sprinklers don't like you.
That's true.
I don't care what you say. Sprinklers do not like you. They go screwy. They go off on their own. And it'll go like a couple ticks too far and hit a window. I mean, it's so hard to get the water off.
Now Axe is back.
Axe, you back?
Hey.
Is that Steve still on the line?
Yes, he's still holding.
Okay.
Did anyone call Mint Mobile to see what's going on?
We're having problems getting a phone number for media relations.
Did you try to get one? You couldn't find one?
Haven't found it yet.
Okay. Shoot.
Hey, Axe.
Yes.
Will you put a follow-up on the call screener so Tom will see it?
Yeah.
Just put the word Mary, old case, finally gone.
So that was a good sandwich, but sometimes every once in a while I get really taste salty stuff.
And apologies. Who was talking to me? Was that you, Chop?
Chop.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not something you can have often. That's for damn sure.
Thank you.
Has the lowest prices guaranteed.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, he'll do a market analysis of your home to see what it will sell for if you did list it. He goes by what he has been selling in that category, so he has comparables. He looks at similar neighborhoods, supply and demand, interest rates. and comes up with a pretty accurate price of what it will sell for. And in my opinion, that's as important or more than an appraisal. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, free information at your fingertips. Just give him a call, 303-920-1622. All right, so we looked into the mint thing, and what I hear, did you find something, Dimitri, on that?
Yeah, I accessed their website, and basically, are you talking about Real Bricks?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Mint Mobile. Okay, that's fine.
I wasn't here for that.
With Mint Mobile, just so you know, they say that they're upgrading all of the towers, which affects Mint Mobile because Mint Mobile has a lower priority than the T-Mobile. T-Mobile is upgrading. But during the upgrades, when there are outages or weak service, somehow, and I don't know how, they prioritize the T-Mobile customers over Mint customers, but I don't understand how that works, the technology involved in that. But in any case, that's all I could find out about it doing a search. I'll have somebody call from the studio, the actual office. So Dollar, maybe you can give a call and see. He has been trying to call and has said you were a hard time getting a hold of any kind of media people.
Yep, exactly.
When you called, did they answer any questions at all?
No, even like people just don't know that is a foreign department to them.
Oh, so when you call T-Mobile, you're not necessarily talking to Mint people.
Mm-mm.
And okay.
Tom, I just looked up, I looked up Mint Mobile's website. Here's what it says.
Yeah.
$15 a month, no stores, no salespeople, just savings. There is no, not even a phone.
$15 a month is cheap.
Well, it's super cheap, but look what you get for that cheapness, right? You can't even call them.
Although he says it's been really flawless up until now. He's had a problem. I think what's happening is the upgrades. The upgrades they're doing on the 5G network is affecting the Mint customers. Steve, when you say you get 5 gigabytes, are you talking about downloading the information? What does what is 5 gigabytes? I mean, I can't fathom, in other words, what is it? Is it a movie a day? How much do you consume, for example, if you watched a movie on your phone? Do you know?
Well, that's the thing. I don't. That's why all I need is.
But you've never run up against a data issue.
Never. And in fact, when I did this post on Nextdoor, it's actual T-Mobile customers as well that are complaining, not just Mint.
Oh, yeah, that's because of the upgrading.
It's not just a priority thing, but here's the thing. As soon as I drive out of the community, I can go anywhere. I can go up in the mountains. I can go to Blackhawk. I can go anywhere. I have no problems. But I come here, back home. I'm 1 block from 128th in Colorado, and the problem starts all over again. So why does it work when I drive 2 or 3 miles away, get beyond that, drive all over the place, but when I come back here, it's just here? And if they're upgrading towers all over the place, why isn't it affecting everywhere?
That's what we're trying to find out, and we're going to. By the way, on gigabytes, they say that if you watch just a high D 720 to 1080 video, you would consume 3 gigabytes per hour. So you couldn't watch a movie in a month. You couldn't.
Yeah, Tom,
so it's very, very little data.
They have I'm looking at their table of fees for extra data. It's very reasonably priced.
So even if you did go over?
Yeah, even you have to sign up for the higher data plan, but 3-month unlimited is $5.50 additional.
What?
Yeah, it's amazing. But look at the service you're getting. I did, however, find an 800 number for them in their terms of service. And it says that this is a customer service department, and I can give it to our caller. It's an 800 number.
Did you ever call the 800 number?
Who, me?
Steve?
Oh.
Yes, I did. I even went into their chat thing, and I always get a different person, and they always They always have canned responses.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it's like
Yeah.
copy paste.
It's probably not
And,
even a person.
Still, you get what you pay for, right? So let me ask you something, Steve. When it was working, first of all, does it work anywhere or nowhere? Like, where have you been with your phone where it used to work and it doesn't work anymore? Is it the entire metro area?
Oh. No, I'm out here in Thornton, so as soon as I drive 3 miles beyond the 3 mile range, I got perfect service. I can go to Blackfoot.
Oh, so there just seems to be a hole in that area.
There is. It's a hole, and something happened, and nobody can figure it out, and everybody's complaining. I think between my post and others I've read, I think there's about 20 people now in the same area that have said something, but they don't have any reception.
Yeah, we can file this, like you said, Tom. You get what you pay for.
No, I know that. I mean, Steve, I wish we had better answers for you. If anybody calls, we'll announce it. If anybody has found anything out, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Chopper, what's going on with you, man? What follow-up are you doing?
Well, this is that old case that kind of Bo talked about that me and Bo worked on. It's done. We can't go any farther. It's that Mary that complained about mold and just said the place was full of mold.
Wait, is this a woman who wanted out of her apartment?
Yeah, but here's the final thing that's funny. We had the inspectors go out there.
Yeah.
They could not find any mold, nothing at all. So she texted Bo and said, well, maybe I want to stay here. But the landlord really would like to see her go, and he will release her from her.
This is Mary, right?
Yes, it is.
And she's on a housing subsidy.
Yes, with Colorado Coalition.
Right. And she discovered mold, and the landlord had to come. One did some removal at one time, and she says she still has it. I think there's nothing more we can do for her. I mean, she's paying hardly anything for rent, and she's just complaining about mold. And our experts say there is no mold, so I'd leave it at that. Chopper, there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, tell her if our experts can't find it, the hell with it. I mean, we're not going to go chasing it.
Well, the landlord said one final thing to me because I was in contact with him, and he was a very nice guy. He says, let's just move on. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to move on.
Here's the other deal, okay? Mold has become chronic fatigue syndrome of the 2000s. You know, people have to have a reason why they're feeling what they're feeling. So now it's mold. It used to be chronic fatigue syndrome. We got more coming right up.
Now, impact traffic.
Some slowing on the south end of town. I-25 northbound at Arapahoe Road. 2 center lanes blocked due to an accident with slow driving back from County Line. Seen in about 10 minutes added to your drive. North of there, 6th Avenue eastbound. Starting to see that afternoon slowdown crop up on the off-ramp to I-25 southbound. And through the downtown area, again, I-25 northbound slow between 6th Avenue and Colfax. I-70 east and westbound, no complaints to DIA. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
You know, $39 doesn't buy you much anymore, but I'll tell you what, with the guaranteed lowest price for a furnace or AC refurbishment, Fix It 24/7 will take apart your furnace or your AC, and they will clean every nook and cranny. They'll reassemble everything and tune and adjust it and make it so it's running perfectly. And get this, it's a no breakdown guarantee, and it's just $39 for new customers because they want to be your HVAC company. Plus, Fix It is always happy, Fix It 24/7, to give you free second opinions on any repair you're told you need. 720-526-3939.
Free movie event coming up this Thursday at 6:30. I want you to join us. Check it out. Google the movie and actually watch. Watch what's going on with it. You're going to love it. It's called The Baby boomer dilemma. Watch the trailer. It's going to talk about the pitfalls of 401ks and Social Security. And it's also going to talk about guaranteed income when you retire. It is well worth it. The popcorn, the drinks, everything's on us.
Stocks.
You check it out, 6:30 this Thursday, AMC Westminster Promenade 24. So everybody around that Westminster area, you got to check it out. Go to mymoneymovie.com and get signed up right now. 100% free. mymoneymovie.com, mymoneymovie.com.
They're reaching out to like T-Mobile. And hey, we're on deadline. I need a comment from T-Mobile.
Yeah. Let me do an AI instead. I'm getting to be a big AI fan too. I'm going to have to probably pay for it. Because I use it a lot.
I don't use it at all. My son uses it. But
which AI should I buy, Tom?
Well, it's really a matter of preference. I love ChatGPT, but Grok is good, and so is Gemini. I mean, you really should try them out and see which one. I like Chat because of their financial analysis and all that stuff I do with my company. But I'll tell you, Gemini is pretty damn good too.
I thought Grok kind of got personal or something with their answers, or went on and on.
Well, they all kind of do that. I mean, I swear to God, I've become so dependent on them. I use Chat GPT, and then I use Gemini as a backup. I don't go to Grok that much, but because it doesn't have a really good desktop version or an app, it's mostly, well, it does have an app, I'm sorry. But I like stuff that has a good desktop thing for your computer. That's what I work on most of the time.
Yeah, I agree. I do it on my Chrome. Hey, I got something off of AI. There's a Mint mobile chat.
Oh, a chat.
Chat.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe they'll guide you. I got it off AI.
Where's...
It just says Mint mobile chat, and they have a link. So maybe I'll show you.
Yeah, I just don't...
Are you the one that told me about Claw?
Yeah. Shadow.
Did you ever look into it?
Let me just search.
Actually, this was Gemini.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause the Google chat. That's the one I
As opposed to that. Your computer.
It's Mint Mobile Media?
No, it says Mint mobile chat.
What?
I don't know.
And then I have, you got the 800 number that...
Who told you about it?
No.
Reading about it, I've been
800?
watching instructional videos on it. I'm going to give it its own credit
Phone
card
Mint Mobile Media.
with a $500 limit and its own email address, and see what the fuck it does. But it looks like it's an actual. You cannot install it on your own computer. It's playing with fire.
Whatever this chat group is, it's available 24/7.
Chat doesn't like it.
Of course not.
So, what number is that?
Yeah, it's called Claw.
800.
And so what you do is you buy that new $599 Mac Mini.
The Mac Mini, though, you're going to buy the little Mac Mini?
7 p.m.
Recommend. It's $599.
Pacific.
And then what do you do?
That's customer service.
Yeah, it's going to
And
be.
then what?
But they might have a.
What is it? What does it do? I mean, what is it for?
In my case, it will run.
But here was the question
business,
I
billing,
gave to
receiving. So it
AI.
will review the
I
statements
says,
I get from
how do
the
I need to?
subcontractors,
How
and
do,
generate
how do I
invoices.
Is it powerful, it says?
That was all I asked.
And how much does it cost?
Gemini is free, so you should be able to do it.
Yeah, because I have Chrome.
We'll read to you. Plus, we got an expert from the Heritage Foundation about how long this is going to last on the Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We've had a very busy morning, and we are continuing, but I want to recap this Jeff Jolliffe situation. And I'm not sure if that Facebook ad got posted. Did anyone from YouTube hit that link I gave you? Because I went to Facebook Marketplace to warn people about Jeff Jolliffe, and I'm not sure it's on there or not. So I want to know, did that ad get published? I published an ad saying, I'm available for this much money and I'll rip you off. And I put his picture up there. And I want to know, because this guy is being investigated by law enforcement. He's ripped off, I'm telling you, way more than we probably got complaints on. I'll bet you that if we get, a dozen complaints, there's got to be dozens and dozens of people.
Tom, I just, after you asked me how many lawsuits I uncovered, I double checked that number. It was 19 just in the Colorado state system.
19 lawsuits
against him. Yeah, a couple of evictions, at least 2 evictions, and the rest by our consumers. Now, if you think of what a tiny percentage of consumers actually go through the trouble of suing a guy,
must have hundreds of victims.
So it's incredible. The mind boggles.
Now, I want to give out his number again, Jeff Jolliffe. We need to shut this guy down. He's a blight. He truly is a blight, and he's a terrible, terrible, terrible. 720-333-9548. 720-333-9548 or 720-205-9797. We got more coming up. Okay, I'm going to take a walk.
Well, right.
Finally finish that damn thing.
Isn't it addictive?
Oh my God, there's so much of it.
It's like crack.
It's
Freaking full. I couldn't even.
That's what meat and fat does for you. It's called satiety, and there's nothing else you can eat that makes you think, or it makes you feel completely satisfied for as long a period of time as a combination of meat and fat.
I said, you want to send it back or take it? No.
I was thinking about going on with that. We talked last time.
Well, it was so bad, Diane. It wasn't like she could use it and I get the refund. She tossed it.
Yeah.
There's periods where I just didn't feel full.
With all protein?
Yeah, did you experience that?
No, but it's you can't. Well, it's not recommended to do just protein. In keto, you eat protein and fat.
Yeah, right.
So that's fat would be like your cheese, cream, sour cream.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just protein you did. It's
So yeah, I give a big.
I'm sure it's just like a customer service chat.
so.
Swiss cheese.
So what I found is of my friends
you didn't get
who have tried
for all the work you did.
Keto,
Well, there wasn't
the
anything
ones that weren't satisfied with it didn't do it correctly. They were getting carbs without fully realizing that they were getting carbs. And it's the carbs that kick you out of ketosis. So you have to be paranoid in the beginning.
Once you start the process,
Mm-hmm.
how does getting your body into ketosis?
So they say 4 days. In my case, it was a week, and by first time. And what I found is it was literally a week. And the way I knew I was finally in ketosis is I woke up not hungry. But that first week was very miserable. I was constantly hungry. So the very first time you do it, I would plan on a week, maybe a week and a half. I've heard of people taking 10 days. Now, Paul, since I've been in ketosis for almost 6 years now, I take approximately a quarterly break from it, and I'll go eat pizza or beans or something for a day or two with carbs. And now when I get into ketosis, it happens literally overnight. So I could eat tons of pizza and shit today.
Cheat day.
Yeah, I don't call it a cheat day. For some reason, my body wants carbs about once a quarter. And so I listen to it. Because
I
I
sent it to your
find myself
email.
not
I don't know if-
satisfied with meat
Oh.
for a day or two.
It did look like
Then
you
I'll
had
eat
an
pizza.
actual
And then
HTTP address.
for a day or two.
It might just
But
be.
as soon as I finish my final day of carbs, The following morning, I'm just fine because I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry anymore. But on the day I'm eating carbs, I can't eat enough because carbs
Dimitri, are you
makes
listening?
hungry even after you eat the carbs. That's why we can eat so much spaghetti, right? That's why
Well,
when you
yeah,
eat
I do see a
Chinese
little
food
chat thing.
with all those carbs, super simple starch and the rice, a couple hours later, you want more, preferably of that same Chinese food. So that's the worst. But that's been my experience. So
Chat with an
I found that of the people who aren't satisfied are the ones who accidentally didn't do it correctly. They'll like
Deputy
drink a
D.
glass of orange juice or they'll eat an apple, and those are huge sugar
Shadow
bombs.
Flicker.
And they don't realize that.
800
It's like,
customer
we've been
service.
conditioned to think that apples are good
Well, you
for you.
should get a live agent.
But
or something.
it's 60 grams of sugar.
It can't, but it's different kind of sugar, though. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fructose, which is your body treats fructose, glucose, dextrose, sucrose exactly the same thing. Your body doesn't know the difference between any of those sugars. Or they'll drink a glass of milk that has lactose. That's sugar. So they'll take my advice, they'll listen to my advice of drinking a lot of heavy cream, but they'll say, well, milk is the same thing.
So heavy cream.
Sugar.
Heavy cream has no sugar.
Sugarless. Yeah. Organic.
That's amazing.
That's because
Will that link work?
no, that's another mistake.
It
They
just
make.
takes
Half and
you
half
like
is
to the
half
customer
milk.
service
Yeah.
page,
Milk
and then
has
you see the
lactose,
little
which is a sugar.
symbol thing for chat.
Cream is what happens is when they have whole
I am
milk,
gonna ask 'em.
the cream is the fat from the milk. It rises to the top. They skim it off.
Is that whipping cream, the heavy cream?
Same thing, yeah.
Well, we only got 1 hour to go, which has kind of been surprising that it's
And you
gone
got to
that
have
quick.
I know.
organic heavy
Considering
cream because the non-organic stuff has thickening agents that they add to it, and that
Yeah,
will
it
have
just says
carbs
I
in
can
it,
connect
too.
you with a human agent.
So that's the kind of
through this
mistake people
chat,
make, not
or
because they're
you can call
stupid, but because they're like, well, milk and cream are the same, or half and half is the same as cream.
It's probably AI that responded to me.
Remember correctly, I thought the sugar content was hardly any happening.
It's not hardly any. You need to remain in ketosis. When you start ketosis, you need to be 10 grams or less per day.
What's your thoughts on whipped cream?
Well, it's got sugar in it, but I make my own whipped cream with a sweetener called
Which is
Swerve,
a Atkins diet.
and
Oh.
that satisfies my sweet tooth. That's 0 carbs,
I can get into
and
that.
Swerve is a sugar substitute,
I lose weight.
and without any aftertaste. So I'll make my own whipped cream. I'll add cocoa powder, Swerve, vanilla, and I'll make this huge batch of whipping cream. And sometimes I'll even freeze it, and then it tastes just like ice cream.
And I've heard that from
So
people. I've actually smelled
when you say, what about whipping cream? I'm thinking like a can of Cool Whip.
But I also was
That's all
told
sugar.
if you could stand it, like he's saying, for maybe 30, 40
So
days.
that's why I said you got to be paranoid about reading the ingredients panel on every single thing you think about putting in your mouth when you're starting out. After that, after about a year, Paul, it became just total habit for me. I mean,
This is bad.
you just saw me eat a ginormous McDonald's burger. All I had to do is no ketchup, because their ketchup has sugar.
McDonald's burger,
I left the bun behind,
Yeah.
but I ate the meat and the cheese, and now I don't think I'll be able to eat again today, because that was half a pound of meat plus cheese, and I'm satisfied, and I will be until sometime tomorrow. So that's why keto is just such a magical thing for
Yeah.
losing weight.
It is.
And you lose weight while you're sleeping even. It's incredible.
But I tell you, about the third week, you want pasta and you want bread.
All right, I got all kinds of information.
Do you have a Facebook account?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost never use it, but I can look it up when I
So
go.
if I give you a link, you can see if the ad's up.
Yeah, not from this computer, but from my home computer. I can look at it.
Tom, I got through on the link you posted in the
chat room.
For YouTubies.
Did you see it?
Well, with the link you gave it, but if I try and search Facebook Marketplace, I can't find it.
Oh.
I mean, I just tried to search for what was the title of yours? It was
I gotta find it.
No. Oh, rip off mechanic or something.
I gotta find the damn thing.
Hit your link.
K-How.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the show. Hey, we're going to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. This is the guaranteed lowest price for your furnace or AC. Guaranteed. Put them to the test. Plus, beautiful walk-in showers under 10 grand, porcelain showers. Renew Home Innovations.com. 303-904-2000. Paul the Waterman's with me. Welcome, Paul. We love having you here, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, but I want to recap something really important. That is, Jeff Jolliffe is at it again. The man has ripped off dozens of people. He takes money and does nothing for them. He claims he rebuilds their transmission or gets a rebuilt transmission, when really all he does is he paints the transmission. Nothing inside has changed. The guy doesn't rebuild anything. And when a few people have taken their cars back to be worked on, they end up stolen. This is too many times to be coincidental. And we've heard from too many consumers. He's got 19 lawsuits against him, not to mention numerous evictions and other problems. The man is a blight. He's disgusting. He should be out of business and does not deserve a place in business when he rips people off. And his latest, what is it called? Mountain High Transmission or something, his latest venture, he's plucking people off of Facebook Marketplace. And his number, he's got two numbers, and I hope he shuts down those numbers. And yeah, I'm out to get him, because apparently law enforcement and authorities can't do anything about him. When people rob and steal in a civil theft like this, they ought to be treated like any other criminal. They should be arrested and prosecuted. Jeff Jolliffe, 720-205-9797. 720-205-9797. The other number, 720-333-9548. 720-333-9548. Please tell me what you get when you call those numbers. Okay. I asked you to look into something, Dimitri. Let's get to it. Now, it's called Real Bricks.
Yeah.
It's supposedly a real estate investment. Somebody wanted to know, have I heard about it, since I have Martino Capital, which is a registered investment advisory firm. And I had not heard about it. But I will say, when you invest in real estate, you can do it a number of ways. One is through Vestera turnkey like that, where you become a landlord. They just help you buy the properties and manage the properties, but they're not pooling investments. They simply help each individual client get their own rental, and then Vestera helps manage that rental. That's it. And then sell it when it's time to sell. Then you have REITs, which are real estate investment trusts, and they are securities. Those are done by people getting together with a managing partner, and the managing partner buys or maintains big giant office buildings or housing complexes or whatever, and the profits go to the REIT holders. So, and then there's some expenses, of course, and some REITs pay better than other REITs, but REITs is a way to own real estate within a securities portfolio, as opposed to just buying real estate on your own. And with REITs, the good thing is you have no liability. So you can just lose your investment, but they can't come after you for more than your investment. And REITs don't normally lose. REITs are usually pretty safe. Some REITs are better than others. Then someone said, Tom, have you heard of real bricks. And I hadn't heard anything. So Dimitri, the research dog, he went after it. What did you find?
Tom, it's not a REIT. It's kind of an interesting thing. It's called a Regulation A filing or offering.
A Reg A. Okay.
Reg A. Are you familiar with that? So it's exempt from registration for public offerings.
Right, that's right.
And it's limited to pretty small offerings. So in this case,
and you have to be accredited, right?
No, it's open to unaccredited, not accredited. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's limited to $20 million or $75 million per 12-month period, depending on certain criteria. And so here's what Red Bricks or Real Bricks does. They allow you to buy fractional ownership, tiny little shares of individual, it looks like mostly apartment complexes. And so the minimum investment is $100. And you get a little bit of shares in this one particular apartment complex, and they have many that they
right. I get you don't get to choose which one you want to invest in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And individual is limited to buying up to 9.8% ownership stake in each particular project, but the minimum investment is only $100. And so what this entitles you to is to participate in two different ways, according to their website. One is capital appreciation, because presumably someday they'll sell the property. The other one is you get to participate in the income from that property.
Right. And it's sounding a lot like REIT so far, but it's not a... I wonder why it's not a REIT.
Well, it's not an exchange-traded security. So your fractional ownership is held, what appears to be, to me, by Real Bricks in your own little account over there. And you can, there's also a secondary market that they provide. So you can buy and sell these among other shareholders through Real Bricks. So you can't look up the value of this security on an exchange. You could somewhere.
It's a private offering then.
Well, I don't know what the difference is. I'm familiar with the term private offering, but I don't think that's a Regulation A offering. So there's clearly a difference between the two. I don't know what that difference is.
Well, what I'm reading about, it's the Reg A makes it a public offering, but it's not an IPO.
That's exactly right.
So it is like a privately held group. I mean, in other words, when I say privately held, what I mean is they're not registered. They don't have to abide by the SEC. It's a mini public offering, but by the way, it is approved by the SEC, but it's much lighter rules.
Yeah, it's relaxed.
You can raise up to $20 million in a year. And minimal federal oversight. So that's really strange. So this is a way for people to get involved in big commercial real estate without really getting involved.
Paul, can I ask a question? Is that the risk? What happened when they bought these back in the day mortgage notes? Remember, hedge funds were selling mortgage notes and everybody invested and then they all went bad?
Well, the problem with that is a lot of the mortgage notes were not securitized properly. They weren't collateralized properly. And that became a big deal. In fact, right now, there are still funds that do promissory notes, but it's only as good as the promissory note. We used to have investors ripped off. What they would do is you'd be presented and they say, look, we have 10 notes. Okay, and the notes are paying this much interest. You can buy a share of it. And what they were bogus notes. In other words, they were people that they could not possibly ever pay it off. And they were just bogus notes. And it looked like you had a pool of notes that, let's say, equal $1 million, and that this $1 million was going to be paid back at X amount of interest. But those were private promissory notes that really did not even exist, and they were selling shares of it. That was a big problem with promissory note scams. This sounds like, pretty legit. There's very little oversight, though, and it says that they don't have to comply by state securities laws. They're federally registered with the SEC. And whenever you have an SEC reg, it supersedes the state. And they're too small for an IPO. And they just want regular investors. They're not geared toward big, wealthy investors. And it's usually you're seen with real estate purchases, business startups, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, when they're offering a minimum investment of only $100, they're clearly not targeting the large, sophisticated, wealthy investors.
Okay, Reg A is a legal filing, but they're not necessarily safe, meaning that it's qualified, but it's not necessarily, obviously a guarantee of any kind, just because the SEC it's registered. Well, I say registered, that's a bad word. It's not necessarily registered, but they have to go by a certain number of regulations to become one of these Reg A offerings.
Are they creating an investment instrument off of this?
That's what they are. Yeah.
So then that
but
means
it's not a registered security, though. That's what's weird. It's a private offering, basically. Right now I could do a private offering. I have to have less than, I think, 25 or however many people it is. You have to have less than a certain number of people. You can raise the money. You can pull the money. As long as you have a private offering under a certain number of people, you can do that. It's just private. That's what this sounds like. It's a step above that. It's like a step above that. Does it say does it say how many investors it's limited to? Is there a number of investors it's limited to?
No, there's no limit to the number of investors. And I assume
Red Bricks I bet you if Red Bricks is one, there must be others than doing this.
Would you have a QSIP number for that if you bought
I don't know, because it's not a security, so you would not have a ticker on it.
Well, no, there's no ticker on it because it doesn't trade on exchanges. They make their own secondary markets, so you can trade these securities on their own website.
Right.
But not somewhere like NASDAQ.
So like an ISIN, would it have an ISIN number issued to it? Then?
No, not really, because it's totally private. It's like Paul, if I went out and raised money with friends. I mean, although this one, I guess they do have certain SEC requirements or regulations. So people, if you're looking at Reg A funds or offerings, Reg A, Regulation A, you can read more about it. And this particular one is called, what is it called? Red Bricks?
Red Bricks.
Red Bricks. I'm going to look into it.
Would you be required? Last question. These people you buy into hotels. They sell shares of a hotel, and then
that's a REIT.
Okay,
that's usually a REIT. When you're talking about a REIT is a partnership, but you have a general partner that takes care of it, and then then you buy into that. REITs are highly regulated. They're actually a security.
Okay,
and that's a real estate investment trust is a REIT. And the good thing about REIT is they have certain requirements that a certain amount of money must go back to the investor. They have a limited amount they can take for expenses, and then everything else is distributed. Thanks for looking into that, Dimitri. Meanwhile, I got Paul, the waterman you heard here. Paul, I want to go over some basics when we come back on some people have questions on softening and how important is it or not. And we get a lot of that because softening doesn't really purify the water, does it?
Yeah, but it removes the minerals that are in the water that can create damage on modern day appliances.
That's what I want to talk about, because sometimes you can prolong the life of very expensive things with a softener and they pay for themselves. And someone else had a question about water softening and salt. They heard about salt-free water softeners they want to know about. So I'm making a note of that. If you could, salt-free softeners and what they're all about. And then they wanted to know about what actually is the reason for reducing minerals. Why? We'll have that coming up in the Troubleshooter right after this. I'm Tom Martino.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeart Media a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Gravina's has the greatest windows, or I should say the greatest selection of windows, and they also have siding and doors. Gravina's has been around a long time. They're on 950 West Evans, started by the granddad of Nick, who now runs the company. Nick took over for his dad, And it's been a tradition here in Colorado for windows, siding, and doors. It beautifies your home. They really specialize in low to no maintenance products and energy efficient products. If you want to get the full rundown, look at Gravinas.com, 303 Gravina, 303 Gravina. And speaking of Colorado heritage, let's talk about GreatWesternBuildings.com. They serve all 50 states, but the factory is right here in Grand Junction, Colorado. And they produce beautiful steel buildings with 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com. No matter what you need the building for, they can fill your need direct from the factory to you. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
You know, we have a great movie coming up this Thursday, 100% free at the AMC Westminster Promenade 24. It's called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. If you're getting close to retirement and have questions on your 401k or IRAs or guaranteed income every single month till the day you die, this movie's for you. It also talks about the pitfalls of Social Security and what can happen there. It's 100% free, 6:30 this Thursday, the AMC Westminster Promenade 24. Go to mymoneymovie.com. Get signed up this very second. There's not a lot of seats left. mymoneymovie.com.
When you're hiring,
Oh, maybe Mike Rowe does Pure Talk.
That's right. He does
'Cause
Pure Talk.
they're doing an ad right now
Yep.
for him.
That other guy, Reynolds, does mobile.
Mint Mobile,
Yep.
right.
I think Mint Mobile sold though.
Well, to T-Mobile, I
Yeah,
think.
to T-Mobile. We were confusing Pure Talk and Mint Talk. I got it. Talk to our transmission guy, Jeff. I've been using that transmission fluid. Put a few drops on my track.
Oh, yeah?
Let the trains run on it.
Yeah?
You know, they run great. They ran pretty good before that too, but it's better than me having to go clean it because they say, yeah, you'll never have to go. odd, you know.
Yeah.
I had to get a little.
Fiduciary Advisors, TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Part of this hour brought to you by Martino Capital. That's a company I started because I didn't like the registered investment advisory industry in general. So I wanted to become my own. And I wanted to hire a team that doesn't turn and churn people, but actually doesn't put your money with big investment houses either and just collect a middleman fee. I wanted direct involvement. And, you know, the stock market gets a bad name, but the fact is nothing, and I'm going to just say this, nothing has outperformed the stock market when it comes to investing. Nothing. 50 grand. 20 years ago, you'd have a 640% gain. 640% gain in 20 years. Here's what loses money. When people try to chase performance, or they go with the ups and downs, and they buy on the wrong side, or they solidify losses by selling them. But the truth is, slow, steady, constant investing can make you a crap load of money if you know what you're doing. We want to be directly involved, and we're happy to look at your portfolio. And one thing we'll do that no one else will do, we will literally back test every strategy we have with real numbers as to exactly what it would have done if you were with us last year or the year before or this year, with real actual market numbers. If you'd love a free analysis, we would love and be honored to do it for you because we are directly involved, directly. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. That's 771-HELP or martinocapital.com. Now, let's talk about Jeff Jolliffe, by the way. I am told that by one person that they can't find the ad looking for it. I tried to go on Facebook Marketplace to warn other people about them. So if you can get onto Facebook Marketplace and you can make a comment, please tell people about Jeff Jolliffe, the rip-off transmission guy. Now, salt-free softeners, Paul the Waterman. Salt. First of all, let's just get right to it. You got water. Now, you got two things. Does softening purify water at all? Does it take anything out of the water?
Well, water softener resin can take out hardness, can take out radium and beryllium.
Okay, but it's not really used to purify. Not really.
No,
it's
purify. That's where, to me, you would think of reverse osmosis.
Okay, so why does someone soften water? Why? Just for the feel? They don't like it? What's the reason?
Well, the Obama years, the EPA mandated appliances to use less water. So hard water really affects the operation of the dishwasher and the wash machine. Even today, they want hot water heaters. In Colorado, they passed a law to make them super efficient.
So what is hard water? What does that have to do with hard water?
Well, what is hard water? It's a liquid that oxidizes called calcium carbonate. Then it converts to a scale.
So you're saying that it actually gunks up the works?
Correct. And there's no such thing as a salt-free water softener. They're a lie. It's false advertising, and they should be sued in a class action lawsuit because they're junk. There's no way a salt-free water softener is real.
Now, when we say salt, you're not adding salt to the water.
Detergent. It's converted to what resin does. That resin bead grabs the hardness molecule. The salt converts to a saline. The saline water.
Wait. We got to speak English. Okay. The water is filtered and the salt is used to scrub the filters.
That's it. It's detergent.
Okay.
That's it.
So, but the salt water never mixes with the drinking water.
Correct.
Or the household water.
So, right. It's an ion exchange. The byproduct of a water softener that Marc Mager drinks at his house is sodium bicarbonate.
Okay. So if you have softened water, your appliances literally last longer.
Correct. Hot water heaters as well.
And we one time had a case right here where a woman had a boiler go bad.
Right. Up the foothills.
You took this. Now listen, When you looked at the inside of this boiler, it was caked on minerals, caked on.
Correct. And they
Yet she had a water softener.
No, she had a halo.
No,
That's
but it
right.
was called a water softener.
Correct. And
But it
was-
wasn't. It was a halo system. And if it really did soften water, guess what?
We
It
wouldn't
would
have
have
been
never
there.
gunked up.
That's right.
They sold her a halo system with her boiler.
Correct.
And that halo system cost 15 grand, didn't it?
I forget. It was very expensive.
15 grand. And they told her this will help your boiler last longer.
And
it did nothing.
Killed it.
It did nothing. So the only way to extend the life of appliances and pipes and all of that is to use
Water
a softener.
That's right. Absolutely correct.
A real water
The
softener.
real ion exchange softener. You bet.
And what I don't like is these magnets and other things that are supposedly, they don't soften water.
That's a scam. That came out. Remember the 90s when everything was multi-level marketing?
Yeah.
That's when I first saw magnets. Magnets, or the other thing that people buy, this thing that they plug in, screw to the wall, and they wrap wires around the pipe. That doesn't do anything.
No, it's magnetism again. Here's the thing. Through the years, magnetism has been used for so many scams. But here's what I want to say. If you literally tested water before and after a halo, would you find the solids?
The hardness would be the same.
It would be exactly the same.
Absolutely correct. We've done that. We've taken out several halo.
How can they say they soften
That's
water?
the whole point. Now, Halo, to its credit, supposedly changed their literature and called it a conditioner. However, the Pelicans, the Aquasanas, even there's new products out, salt-free water softening. That is a scam. Run away. There's no such thing. Water softening salt is a detergent. That's it. It's a detergent. The resin is rinsed with salt water. It's a saline solution.
Okay. So bottom line, all you have to remember is this. Softened water does not gunk up the works. It's that easy. It doesn't. And your filtration lasts longer. If you did just filtration, your filters could go bad without softened water. So the ideal situation would be to soften the water first and then run it through your filtration.
Correct. Absolutely.
All right. Deputy D, you have a follow-up, D. What do you got going on?
Tom, you may recall that a few days ago we got a call from a lady whose daughter signed with a so-called modeling agency called...
what was her name?
Her name was Ingrid, not the daughter. This is the mother.
Yeah, 9 months ago, her daughter fell for a high-pressure sales tactic at Urban Talent in Denver. Ingrid paid $2,500 to pay off the obligation for her daughter. She didn't want her daughter strapped with payments. Daughter took some of their classes, but is dissatisfied.
Mm-hmm.
What did you find?
Well, I found a disaster. Ingrid sent me the contract, and it's approximately 7 pages. And there are a couple of, and man, this thing just turned my hair white when I read it. Listen to some of these penalties. So first of all, they acknowledge, or they make you, the model, acknowledge that Urban Talent does not provide placement assistance to talent.
Right.
So it looks like what they do offer to provide is the training and promotional tools only, according to their contract.
Right. Okay.
Now, if they do find you a gig, they take a certain percentage of that.
Okay.
But that's not the bad part. Here are a couple of bad parts of this contract. First of all, there's an anti-disparagement clause in there. And if you say something bad about them, or post something bad about them online, you agree to immediately payable liquidated damages of $1,500 for each instance of you saying something bad
about Urban Talent. Ingrid said anything bad.
Well, she did,
and she didn't sign the contract. Anyway.
She didn't sign. Yeah, so I don't think Ingrid is bound by this contract. But I think that probably explains why her daughter didn't call us. Here's the other part that kind of shocked me. I've never seen this before. Under payment authorization, Section 8, if you dispute, so Ingrid's daughter provided a credit card, and I see it here in the contract. If you dispute any payment or charge on this credit card, you agree to an immediately payable $500 in liquidated damage for each dispute on your credit card.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So My question to Ingrid, and
This place must have had a lot of people disparaging them and disputing charges. Isn't that what it tells you?
I think
that's what it tells me.
False.
That's what it tells me.
What they forgot to say is that, hey, or if you cancel your credit card, so I think Ingrid's daughter should have just simply canceled her credit card, but she still would have been on the hook.
Well, Ingrid paid it off, so her daughter would have.
$2,500.
But she wants the money back. She's never going to get the money back.
She's never going to see it. She's never going to see it. So, first of all, if you're going to sue them, there's already a choice of
an
law.
Arbitration clause, right?
No, you can actually sue them, but you got to go to Utah to sue them.
Because it's construed under the Utah laws?
Yeah, and you already agreed to that. So you agreed to your choice of law and their choice of law and their choice of venue. Also, the prevailing party, which they probably will be in this matter, gets to collect their attorney's fees from you. And furthermore, Ingrid and her daughter better be ready for them trying to charge you for each instance of under this anti-disparagement clause, because you're going to sue them, which I would interpret as disparagement. Now, that probably falls under the the anti-public policy discussion that you and and that lawyer had.
I don't think, for example, you can enforce that kind of anti-disparagement when you have a lawsuit, because part of the lawsuit is making claims.
That's right.
And part of those claims are disparaging the company.
Right, but you better be prepared to defend against this claim in court.
All right, I'm going to take a break. I'm Tom Martino. That's very interesting, people. If you want to, here's what I recommend. Urban Talent.
Mm-hmm.
You need to really dig deep before you sign a contract with them. More after this.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver.
An
iHeart radio station. Ryan Schuling, Tom Martino, Michael Brown Reloaded, and Dan Caplis. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, Impact Traffic.
Your normal afternoon drive with the usual slowdowns through the downtown area on the main highway, I-25 north and southbound. Sub-highway speeds between 6th Avenue and I-70, only adding a couple minutes to your commute. I-70 east and westbound to and from DIA, no complaints. It's easy driving out west into the high country as well. Back to town on the south end, 225 north and southbound, flowing free. Parker Road, we've got reports of an accident at East Dartmouth Avenue. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help find your perfect bed from a premium selection of top brands. They make sleep easy.
DiscountBaths.com will do your bathroom, and you know what? They'll discuss price up front, and they guaranteed the best price for your bathroom remodel. So whether you're doing a whole bathroom in the basement where it's roughed in, or you're doing a renew of your hallway or your master bedroom, they love to discuss it with you, and you can get prices on the phone. Give them a call. You'll get a great idea of what your project will cost. And they also do beautiful walk-in shower conversions. Get rid of that old ugly tub and shower, and they do conversions for under 10 grand, fully installed. 9888, in fact. DiscountBath.com, 720-979-2322. 720-979-2322. DiscountBath.com.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy.
Okay. Right, and I don't think we want to
Hey, Paul.
out there either. So we can, I will go ahead and forward your email to someone in the studio, and hopefully we can get a response. Does that work? Okay, well, so I'm just the call screener, so I can't do anything money related. The best I can do is send that email. He's not next to me. Okay. Okay. Yes, I am. Of course. Yep. Hope yours gets better. With the Martino show? She said it was. So. That would be a Tuesday. Maybe Mark.
Bad breath wrecks confidence.
feel bad, but that's not something I did. So. Right, yeah. She's wanting you to give her money back. It's like, no, you called the screener for the on-air show. Exactly. I can't do nothing but put you on air. Exactly.
Springtime in Colorado. If you hate the pink, do what your neighbor Tom did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our house was built in 1976. The paint was starting to look a little worn. I decided I need to give Rhino Shield a call.
Rhino Shield's ceramic technology is specifically formulated for our unique climate right here in Colorado and is Class 1 fire rated.
The Rhino Shield crew was quite good. The people were top notch. I basically came home 2 days after they started it and it was done.
And right now, Colorado, you can get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Even now, when we're riding together, we come home like, man, that looks great. And we've had compliments from
It is a little windy out there.
and it just really looks awesome.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 844-317-4466. That's 844-31-RHINO or rhinoshieldco.com.
Zero risk, guaranteed growth at
MoneyMyWay.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Got Paul the Waterman with me. And here's really the message, real quick. Water is just no good right now unless you do something with it. For drinking water, reverse osmosis is the best. And then water coming to your home, if you want to extend the life of appliances and plumbing, then you want water softening, which takes out the hardness and the corrosiveness of water, right, Paul? It basically takes out the corrosiveness. Okay.
Right.
And then filtration is what makes it more pure for you to use. And there's a different level of, I believe, you don't have to filter water as much for showers and baths as you do for drinking, right? I mean, that's what I would think. I mean, you can have one level of filtration, and filtration is the wrong word, one level of purification for drinking and another level, a little lesser maybe, for showers and stuff.
Well, real quick, I think the next game in water filtration is these shower heads that they're selling on TV, because a lot of the filtration media does not work in hot water. So like a hot water heater temperature could be 120 degrees or higher. That media is not designed for that. So it has to be specific filtration media like KDF 55, for example, would work. But any shower head that uses activated carbon won't work because that hot water turned the carbon into mush.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that if you want purified drinking water, that's one thing, but you don't have to purify the water that you're taking a shower in. I mean, you don't want it to be nasty, but you don't have to go to the level you would for drinking water.
Well, no. So I think the minimum you'd want is soft water, plus you want to remove the chlorine and the forever chemicals.
And that's one big filter.
Right.
And then you can do your reverse osmosis for drinking.
Absolutely.
But the main purpose of softening, again, is to keep the water from corroding things.
That's right.
But also soft water, it's very interesting. They did a test. You're going to love this test. I'm trying to find it here. They did a test on laundry detergents. Okay. And they found that if you have softened water, sometimes softened water did better than detergent.
Absolutely.
Just softened water.
Right. And we did that experience.
But think about that, folks. There are some cases, not all detergents, but they did a test. And in the test, it showed that in some cases, your detergents did not do as well as plain water.
Well, absolutely. There's that company that sells that, the zero res, they use, soft water. You remember what happened when you stuck your fingers together with super glue, stuck it in water?
I stuck it in soft water
and it dissolved it.
It dissolved the super glue. I couldn't believe it. By the way, liquid pods or sheets or powders, here's the thing. When it came to laundry detergents, there were some that did not do the job of soft water. That soft water alone with no soap, no detergents, nothing, clean clothes better than some detergents out there. So the best thing to do is if you have softened water, you can use what, a fifth of the detergent?
No, I would say less than 5%. I mean, you want to cut back by 98% truly. Because, too much soap.
So you're saying if you have soft water, you can cut way, way, way back on your detergent.
Right now,
that goes for dishes too, by the way.
Well, you have trapped soap in your clothes right now because hard water causes soap to curdle and stick. So, we tell...
you took a washcloth out of the laundry that I had and you soaked it in soft water and more soap came out.
That's right. More soap. Yeah, it looked dingy. The water was dingy.
People, if you ever do that test, it would blow your mind that right now, the clothes you have on or the cloths or anything, they will have soap trapped in the cloth as a result of hard water.
Absolutely correct.
So if you want things to be really clean and you want clothes to be, and by the way, clothes will last longer as well as your plumbing. By the way, what do you think of PEX Plumbing?
I think it's great.
It's great. It is great. There are no pinhole leaks, nothing like that. Somebody wants to know about, as far as softening, does it prolong the life of copper plumbing? Of course it does.
Well, absolutely.
And it prolongs the life of boilers and of anything that has water going through.
Correct.
Okay. So anyway, the answer is you need a combination, depending on where you are in your house, of softening or purification. That's what you need.
Right.
And they work hand in hand. Waterpros.net, by the way. And another question, let's see. Tom, somebody wants to know about that parking boot company. Private parking boots, are they legal? All right. Let me explain this because this is really important. If you're on someone's private property, do they have the right to boot your vehicle? Here's the story in that. There is no common law on that right now. They say they have the right, instead of towing your car because they warned you, they can incapacitate your car. Others say it's your property. They're not allowed to do that. Again, we one time we sawed one off of a car and had it and had and returned the boot to the company, and they threatened to sue us and they never did. But really, there has not been a decision on that. And we were hoping that they tried to go after us so we could show, I think it was Park It Right or whatever the name of the company was. They were booting cars privately and they would not take the boot off unless you paid a fine. Again, we sawed it off on purpose and we delivered the chopped up boot back to the factory or back to the Park It Right company. And we were hoping they would come after us so we could get this in front of the court. But right now, whether it's legal or not, legal's a bad word, okay? But whether they can get away with it or not is if you sue them and win, then they can get away with it. But they claim they have the right to boot cars when they warn not to park on their property and they put the warning up. They claim they have as much right to boot a car as someone has to tow the car. I got to take a break. We got more coming up.
Now, impact traffic.
Your normal afternoon drive with the usual slowdowns through the downtown area on the main highway, I-25 north and southbound. Sub-highway speeds between 6th Avenue and I-70, only adding a couple minutes to your commute. I-70 east and westbound to and from DIA, no complaints. It's easy driving out west into the high country as well. Back to town on the south end, 225 north and southbound, flowing free. Parker Road, we've got reports of an accident at East Dartmouth Avenue. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Whoever said opposites attract was definitely talking about the new spicy menu at DQ. Spicy flamethrower chicken strips served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new spicy menu at DQ. Happy tastes good. For a limited time at participating locations.
You know, PEX Plumbing we were talking about, some people have old galvanized pipe or older homes. They're getting pinhole leaks, and people recommend that they repipe. Repiping can break the bank if you don't do it the right way. And I'm telling you how to do it the right way. Do it with EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Europlumbing does a turnkey job. They come in and will run PEX through your whole house, remove the old copper, and they do drywall repair as well. That's EuroPlumbingColorado.com. And they guarantee the lowest price. In fact, they guarantee the lowest price when it comes to anything plumbing, especially water heaters, sump pumps, garbage disposals. Put them to the test. 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000. EuroPlumbingColorado.com.
You know, my friend John Clace has done numerous home loans, not only for Suzanne and myself, but for our son. One of the reasons we love John is because CMG Financial is a direct lender. These guys can do reverse mortgages, 15-year fixed, 30-year fixed, line of credits, you name it, they can do it. They loan out over $2 billion every single month. You're going to get exceptionally great fees and very, very, very great interest rates. On top of that, I want you to call John directly. He's right here in Denver. He's one of the top dogs. You're going to love dealing with him. He got my son from the application all the way to the closing table in 28 days. They're so fast because everything's in-house, including the underwriters. Give John a call, 303-577-7206. You're going to love him, I promise you. 303-577-7206.
A family office.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. If you have any issues, just call
No.
back. Yeah, of course. You too.
Oh, you got 45
no.
seconds, Tom.
Okay.
I blame Mark.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that ain't long. How could that be with it only being 554 or 154? That many commercials?
Yeah.
God bless. Control F.
Maybe.
See, that's old. That's the only thing I've been using in the endorsement info thing. I've just been Control F-ing people's names. Thank God.
Pickleball is on the rise. 46.8 million players nationwide with a projected $5 billion.
It's only 135 on this computer. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Redefining the pickleball experience with indoor courts, exceptional dining, craft street, and entertainment. This is your chance to invest in a rapidly growing brand shaping the future of leisure. For a limited time, you can own a piece of the action. Visit CrushYardFranchising.com to learn more. Crush Yard. Eat, drink, crush. We'll admit, we've already thrown in the towel on the New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and we made it through dry January. But one healthy new habit we're sticking
I didn't hear too much out of Mark today.
No.
Just the test.
I put the trust.
everyday toxins, all things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to help protect normal liver function and support your body's
Oh, God. So Urban Talent also charges you $1,500 if you complain to them. If you complain about them to a government agency.
How can you get away with that?
Dude, they prey on naive young girls.
Candy Rat said Facebook Marketplace. It is listed on the mountain.
Were you able to find him?
No, one of the morons said, Kangaroo Rat said, you can go and search for Mountain View.
Yeah, but I mean, does my ad come up that I posted for him?
I still don't see that.
We didn't get around to the expiration date thing.
Oh, that's a good problem to have.
Your
Praise
cream
God.
says used within 7 days. Yeah.
We're not doing
Unbelievable. I
that
never.
again, are we?
No, that's what he just said. We're not
Oh, is
doing
that a
that.
laptop?
Yeah.
What kind of a case is that?
It's the
That's cool.
it's my iPad Pro.
And it turns it into a freaking laptop.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? And it works fine.
It's got the mouse, all the reaction, iPad Pro.
It turns an iPad Pro into a damn laptop.
Yeah, see there's the
Yeah.
No?
Plus, you still have touchscreen if you want it.
Yep, there's my
Nope, I screwed that up.
there. And I can turn around.
I screwed that up. Show's over.
We had to throw away tons of water.
Show's over?
Oh, it's over? Show's over.
What do you mean? Oh, it's literally over?
Yep.
You mean I can sign off, really? Or do I say goodbye?
Nope. Show's over.
All right, I'll see ya.
Sorry about that.
No problem. See ya.
Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.